For the first time in over a decade, NASCAR with Xfinity and trucks returns to Rockingham Speedway. Welcome to Easter weekend and a double bill. Yesterday we had the trucks, ARCA was out earlier on, but for the main NASCAR series, Xfinity, for once, gets top billing. The Dash for Cash final coming up, and we're here, back at history. Hello everybody, welcome to Rockingham for the NECL 250. Alongside me is Josh T. Jack's here too, and Matthew Owens will be joining us in the booth soon. JT, we're back and a bit of history. Everybody loves Rockingham, and we're back.
We are back indeed. Of course, last time we were here was back in 2004 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, 2013 for the NASCAR Truck Series, but 19 years ago was the last time the Xfinity Series was around this circuit. And, well, if you remember, JB, they weren't even the NASCAR Xfinity Series when they were here. It was the NASCAR Busch Series back when NASCAR Xfinity was last here.
It's such a blessed return, and to actually have it as a round of the championship, not like with North Wilkesboro or Bowman Gray, with them being special events. This is an actual part of the championship. Let's head down to Dylan Welch and join the action as we gear up for the start of 250 laps.
As big of a difference maker as it seems like.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like the last 4 or 5 weeks we've had race contending speed, which is definitely an improvement from the start of the year. Our Black Tire Camaro, I think, is pretty good. It's as fast as Xfinity Internet on the short term, but I'm just way too loose on the long run. So I think Alex Johnson and the guys have made some great adjustments, and we'll go race hard tonight and see what happens.
He starts 9th today and going for his 3rd straight top 10.
All right, so we just heard from 2 rookies. Only makes sense that we talk a little bit about their performance so far. Let's start with Eckes, though, and what you've kind of seen from him over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, inconsistencies have really been the issue of the 16 team. If you look at their season just overall, I mean, they struggled at the first 2 races. And then Coda and Phoenix had 2 great results. They mentioned the last 2 weeks, top 10. And as I watched him over the past couple years, especially last year in the Truck Series, coming into this year, had really high expectations for him. And I think if they can get a little more consistent and get on a roll, then they can contend to being, you know, maybe for wins throughout the season. So I don't think we've seen the most out of Christian Eckes yet. I think the best is yet to come.
Yeah, Parker, you get a little harder question.
Oh.
Who's been the most impressive rookie this season?
Let me think for a second. I think you have to go with Carson Kvapil. And the reason being, if you just look a couple races ago at Phoenix, he's in 16th in the points outside the playoffs, and then he has steadily marched his way forward in a great position now. And I look back at the last race we had at Bristol when he passed Justin Allgaier in that stage 3 run. The only guy he didn't get to was Kyle Larson, of course, because he was dominating, but he was the best of the Xfinity Series regulars, and that's just so impressive when you look at his resume compared to some of the others he's up against coming into this season. A few starts to the Xfinity Series last year. He doesn't nearly have the experience. He's going to a lot of these tracks for the first time and continually has great speed. We didn't see it in qualifying today. He admitted he underdrove his lap, but he was fastest in practice. I think he'll be better in the race. And I'm just looking each and every week, I keep thinking that guy's going to win a race. He's going to win a race here soon. And when he does that, I really think that can open the floodgates. It's just been so impressive to see what Carson Kvapil has done this year.
You should be nicer to her. You got the hard question.
I know.
Hey, I've got another question. Hey, can I ask another question?
What's
Since
that?
We're talking about rookies. Does this track with the repave and the unknowns, does it level the playing field for these guys?
It's a great question. I think it opens up the opportunity amongst the field because everyone's sort of figuring it out. They really don't know. If you listen to every single driver talking about how you're going to make passes, everyone says, I think this, I think that. No one really knows how this is going to work out. I also think you will see many differing strategies, that sort of thing. So if a rookie can get up there, they can have a chance.
It's going to be a little wild today.
It will be a little wild. And you mentioned Carson Kvapil impressing you. He's also the only rookie this season to qualify for the Dash for Cash bonus this season. But he's got to get by his teammate Justin Allgaier, who I'd say pretty tough competition, winning 2 of the 3 bonus races this season.
Today, an additional $100,000 on the line for some drivers in the Dash for Cash. Here comes Justin Allgaier. He's going to win at the Homestead Miami Speedway and get the $100,000. How about that?
I didn't have to win. I just wanted to run good. And Homestead one time. That's why the champ, baby.
Now we can go race for 250 laps, we get a clock, get $100 grand, we go to the house.
Austin Hill, out of nowhere, it's going to win! difficult it is to win here. Then you add the pressure of going for $100,000.
Justin Allgaier, what a run.
Good job, guys. Got the money.
Justin Allgaier, 700,001 in Dash for Cash in his career.
Allgaier also the only driver to qualify for all 4 Dash for Cash races this season. But if you're looking for that extra storyline today, Allgaier going up against his teammates Carson Kvapil and Sammy Smith, and another former teammate in Brandon Jones, who's currently under the Joe Gibbs banner, but just last season raced for Junior Motorsports. Jones has the best starting position of the 4 today, so let's see how he feels about it. Dylan.
Yeah, and Brandon maybe has as much, if not the most momentum of anybody in this field right now since Phoenix, the 4th race of the year. Only one finish worse than 7th, a win in there at Darlington. So what's changed? What's working for you guys right now compared to the start of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you're just seeing us starting to come together as a team, right, and starting to really click. And we did a banner celebration at the shop at Joe Gibbs Racing for that Darlington win. I was working, I was in the simulator, but Sam said it best. You win these races with people, and right now I think we've got a really strong group of guys behind us. We're all just having so much fun being at the racetrack together. So another day, another opportunity, right? Excited to be a part of this Dash for Cash, try to get the bonus money. We're starting the best out of any Dash for Cash qualifier too. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling. You know, I had that truck race yesterday and didn't really learn a whole lot. I think that we had some issues going on there that just kind of hindered me from that, but still got some laps around this racetrack. So hopefully we're as fast as Xfinity Mobile. We can get Barracuda pumps and Menards, another really good finish here. And cool to be back at Rockingham, man. This place is really fun. I was here in 2012 in a late model stock of all things. So to come back in an Xfinity car repaved, it's a lot different.
He's never won the Dash for Cash, trying to do that today. And as he said, the best starting of those cars eligible to do that, Kim.
Well, Dylan, Brandon was part of that truck race. So was Sammy Smith. So, Sammy, after the laps you were able to put down last night, what was added to your notebook for the Xfinity race here this afternoon?
Yeah, I think a lot of things. I think, you know, restarts, kind of how it raced. The trucks were very difficult to pass. I feel like more difficult than this will be. So, hopefully, passing a couple trucks yesterday could help me a little bit. It didn't really widen out, but hopefully it widens out a little bit today and we can move our way to the front. I felt really good about our car in practice and looking forward to it.
You're one of the 4 Dash for Cash drivers. How optimistic are you and your crew chief, Philip Bell, that you can get it done here today and take home the bonus?
Yeah, I believe we can. You know, I think it's going to come down probably to a race win with the cars that are in the field. So hopefully, you know, our goal is to go win, and if that comes with it, it's a good day.
This team on a heater looking for their 4th consecutive top 10 finish.
Thanks, Kim. And yeah, we've now heard from all 4 Dash for Cash drivers. Parker, this is the final time, though, that they're going to have this opportunity to make the big payday, right?
It's really Brandon Jones versus Junior Motorsports in a lot of respects. This is the JRM juggernaut there is there, and I think he can get it done. You saw the confidence he's had and really what's happened the last couple races where they've really turned around that 20 car, and since winning Darlington, you've just seen this confidence continue to grow in those Joe Gibbs racing cars. There's something special about Brandon Jones and some Joe Gibbs racing cars. I think he could get it done.
The favorite, yeah.
But Sammy Smith, what did he say after he was asked, what do you do with the money?
He needs the money to pay that fine.
To pay the fine. So he's got extra motivation. If Brandon's going to have to take him down, I don't know if he quite has the same motivation as Sammy Smith.
Oh, yeah, certainly not that we needed anything else to make this race more exciting. But, hey, we're going to get it with Dash for Cash. As the Xfinity Series makes its epic return after 20-plus years, we've got race picks and pre-race ceremonies coming up next from Rockingham Speedway.
Round this speedway as JB has returned, so hopefully we'll be able to get him on in a minute. Hello!
Your mic wasn't live that entire time, JT, by the way.
Sorry about that. We were sorting something out just quickly behind the scenes. I just want to talk quickly. Hello, Jack, by the way. How are you doing, my friend?
Very good. Little bit burnt by the sun because I decided it was a good idea to go out without sun cream for 3 hours. But other than that, doing pretty good. Excited for this race. The truck race last night was an absolute banger of a race. A very popular winner in Tyler Ankrum, and looking for more of that today. Obviously, we got some news just coming in, by the way, that Connor Zilic will go to the rear of the field for unapproved adjustments. Parker Retzlaff will lead us to the green. Of all people, Nick Sanchez will join him on the front row.
Couple have been sent to the back as well. As you say, Greg Van Alst for engine, Anthony Alfredo for unapproved adjustments, and obviously the 53 of Catherine Legg has now taken over JJ Yurley, and Colin Zilic for a tyre change as well has come in. So all surprises all around really, JT.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, JJ Yurley actually looked quick round here. It's the one weekend he's actually looked quick. It's the one weekend he actually looked good, and they decide to replace him with Catherine Legg, who, well, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, is a paid driver.
Yes, I'd agree with you there.
He's got a few more races on her schedule this year, obviously, running 7 races in the Xfinity Series with Jordan Anderson, and also 5 more Cup races with Live Fast. Primarily on the road courses, which is generally her element. She obviously has wins in the IMSA Sports Car Championship. I think she finished runner-up at a point in one of those years.
Let's go back over to CW.
In Rockingham, North Carolina, is one that is difficult at best.
This 1 mile of asphalt known as the Rock will rip you up and spit you out.
If that name makes it sound intimidating, it's because this track is. It's going to be tough. This is all handling, all horsepower, grassroots racing. All these people here, pull those belts tight.
It's showtime. Look at this, he gives him a little something. He's got it, he's got it. Whoa, I'm telling you. Oof. Now we're going to rename this racetrack Barkingham.
It's going to be a red Dodge. Bill Elliott.
Jamie McMurray, his 4th Busch Series win, and he knows how to do a burnout, doesn't he?
We got ourselves a little bit of a show here.
How about that?
A repave may change the racing, but it cannot cover up the history that sits in Rockingham, North Carolina. They call it the Rock, but we're calling it a return as NASCAR revisits their roots in racing. And as we get ready to wind down NASCAR Countdown Live, we don't always do race picks, but I think with today, guys, the unknowns, the unexpected, it deserves that. Jamie, who are you taking?
Well, I liked your question to Parker about does it equalize for the rookies, and I think it does today. I'm going to take Carson Kvapil. I thought he had the best car yesterday in race trim. He was pretty fast on his mock run, but he's had to start deep in the field, so it's going to be fun to see if he can make it to the front.
He'll have to beat the guy I'm picking. I picked him earlier this year, and he went on to win. That was right around Valentine's Day when love was in the air. Jesse Love going back to victory lane here at the Rock. I expect he was really fast in the test. He was fast in practice. 7th in qualifying. He's going to get it done today.
Yeah, let's not overlook some dark horses in the field today either. We've already talked a little bit about how Jeb Burton could be a surprise today. Let's hear from him. He's with Kim Kuhn.
Yeah, and Jeb Burton, one of just a handful of drivers who actually has experience at Rockingham, making 2 truck starts at the Rock with the best finish of 7th. Now, different series and a very different Rockingham, but Jeb told me if they can finish 7th here today, man, would it be a win for this smaller organization. Now, I just spoke with him before he made it to his car, and he walked up to me shaking his head because he qualified in the 22nd position. He said, man, I messed up my qualifying big time, but he said his car is way better, so look for him to march forward. This team's starting to put it all together. Their pace has gotten better. They're still looking for that last little bit of speed, Dylan.
And Kim, the weekend started off on the wrong foot for Sheldon Creed and the 00 team. Both Haas factory cars battled some power steering issues in practice yesterday. Ultimately, the good news was they had an hour of practice to diagnose and fix those issues and then also learn about their race car. Sheldon told me earlier this morning that he felt like their race car was really good. He was really happy with it. They were good in the test. He feels equally as strong today. They'll have some cars to pass, but if they get that buzzword track position, he feels good about his ability to keep it, Carla.
All right, thanks, Dylan. And reigning Xfinity champ Justin Allgaier loves the fact that they're back at Rockingham Speedway. Says it really heightens the series' responsibility to put on a good race today. And with that, let's send it out to Rockingham Speedway for our pre-race ceremonies.
Race fans, please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the North Carolina State Highway Patrol presents our nation's colors. And please welcome Bishop Charles Millett, from Christian Provision Ministries in Sanford, North Carolina, as he provides today's invocation.
Father, you've done it again. You brought us back to Rockingham Speedway for another great race. We come before you today with grateful hearts. We are thankful for the gift of this day and the excitement of the race. Thank you for the drivers, teams, sponsors, officials, and fans who have gathered together in the spirit of fellowship, fun, competition, and community. Lord, we ask for your hand of protection over each driver on the track. Guide their hands, mind, and decisions. Now, Holy Spirit, let's get this race started in Jesus' name.
And now, to perform our national anthem, please welcome American Idol finalist and the Sand Hills' very own Elijah McCormick.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We know you've been waiting over 2 decades for this moment, but you gotta wait just a little longer. We got the command from the track on deck when the Xfinity Series returns on the CW.
As well, here
21
we
years,
are
the NASCAR
back at
Xfinity
Rockingham
Series is back
Speedway,
at the Rock
Rockingham,
and ready to
North
go short track
Carolina.
racing. Rockingham
The
Speedway is a
Rockingham
1-mile
Speedway
paved short track
Entertainment
located in
Complex.
Rockingham, North Carolina. Rich in history, Rockingham first appeared on the NASCAR circuit in 1965 and has since cemented its fan-favorite status through intense racing and close finishes over the years. This D-shaped oval was typically known to be super abrasive and cause excessive tire wear, which could make tire conservation and management a key component in this weekend's race. However, a recent repave in 2022 may change what we see on track. This is the first time that the Xfinity Series has returned to this track since 2004, where Jamie McMurray took the checkered flag 4 years in a row before it left the schedule.
It's 4 in a row at the Rock for Jamie McMurray.
In 2009, fan favorite Parker Kligerman took home the checkered flag in an ARCA Menards Series race at Rockingham Speedway, cementing his name in the track's long history. Here's what he had to say about what fans can expect to see this weekend.
It's one of the coolest things to see NASCAR go back to the Rock with all the history there and knowing some of the great finishes and amazing racing we've seen at this racetrack. With it being repaved, it's going to be different. It's going to be a little bit different Rock than we've seen in the past. The most challenging aspect of racing at Rockingham used to be just that it was so bumpy and so abrasive, and the way the car would react to that and start to slide around through the corners, even though you were going very fast at the same time, meant that it was really hard to hold on to the race car. Now, being repaved, I just think think it's going to be super fast and high speeds in a very condensed racetrack, high banking. I think it's going to be one of those places that to make passes is going to take a lot of risk. The high speeds are going to mean that you are hanging on through those runs. And so it's definitely going to be a new version of the Rock, but one that I think could be very exciting.
This race will be the final race in the Xfinity Dash for Cash competition. Last week, Justin Allgaier took home the prize at the end of the race. Who's going to get to cash in their big check this week? And who will take home the first Xfinity Series checkered flag at Rockingham Speedway in over 2 decades? Get ready, it's time to find out.
First of all, is it going to allow me to speak now?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, hello everyone. I was rudely interrupted by the international build-up and Parker Kligerman. Probably not the best or the worst person to be interrupted by, let's be honest.
No, the worst person you could get interrupted by is me.
He admits it.
I was thinking someone else, but yeah, I could agree as well. But
Second 10
yeah,
weeks.
We had the same person in mind, I think.
Back at Rockingham Speedway, and I think we're playing the game. Are we playing the game as of the Brits call it Rockingham and the Americans call it Rockingham?
I believe so.
Rockingham. It is Rockingham. I don't care. The Americans are wrong.
Well, it's their circuit. If it was UK, we can call it Rockingham, but this is Rockingham.
Yeah, we have a Rockingham in the UK.
Yeah, this is their baby.
They stole it from us.
I think that we made the deal last week, didn't we? Brits call it Rockingham. The Americans will call it Rockingham.
I'm calling it Rockingham, to be fair. Makes more sense to me.
So back to the CW. With the cool build-up music. Never gets old, does it? Okay, we're getting ready for the command to drivers start their engines and the build-up for the green flag. Here it comes. Let's head back over.
Welcome back to Rockingham Speedway, The Rock, where it has already been an action-packed weekend of racing. And as we look at this Xfinity Series field, William Sawalage is one driver who's feeling a little extra prepared after running the ARCA race earlier this afternoon, saying he got an extra 125 laps of practice. Crew Chief Jeff Mendering telling me that additional seat time is crucial for his young rookie driver. He said based on the limited available data this weekend, Williams' strengths and weaknesses have been the same in both cars here, which is going to help them give William better direction. Sawalage qualified in the 5th position, Dylan.
And Kim, Casey Kane is racing in NASCAR for the first time since 2018, first time in the Xfinity Series since 2017. Lot to learn and get reacclimated to. Casey has not missed a beat. Told me earlier today, I'm going to race to win all day, but ultimately results are less important than me doing the best I can do. And I'll know whether I did that or not at the end of the day. It is great to have him back in the garage and in the field today with a fast car to boot, Carla.
And we've got Rockingham. The atmosphere here is absolutely amazing. 30,000 fans showing up to sell this race out. And right now, let's head back out trackside for our command.
And now, race fans, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command, please welcome North Carolina Education Lottery Lucky Rewards winner, Gregory Cade.
Drivers, start your engine!
It's a moment some thought they'd never see again. It's history. It's renewed. It's the Xfinity race at Rockingham Speedway. And guess what? It's next. We'll be right back.
Yeah, next it is. Let's go around the room then and get a prediction before Matthew Owens turns up and spoils it all with his oracles. Is he here already? Matthew?
Here I am. Very
Hello.
good.
Are you going to spoil it all then with your oracle knowledge, is what I was going to say.
I don't believe so.
Oh, hello. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter to you and yours as well.
So, I really hope that you are going to give us an excellent call down to turn 1.
I'm going to try. Let's see what I can come up with.
You've been waiting longer, my friend, so it's your call, 110%. What's up, JT?
Is it 200 laps or 250?
250 laps.
Okay, because the graphic they just showed on the bottom right was distance 200 laps, first stage 60 laps, second stage 60 laps, final stage 130 laps. Make it make sense.
I don't think they've remembered how it works.
Okay. So, should we get any predictions? Who's anyone's pick to win? We'll start with
Pick a
Matthew
winner.
Owens.
Oh, go on, Matthew.
Well, it's such a crapshoot today on just trying to pick a winner because of all of the circumstances. Very few of these drivers, and I do mean like 99% of the field, has not run a race here. And then the track itself is not what we remember Rockingham to be from all of those years ago with the repave. Of course, it's not a brand new racing surface. It was repaved a couple of years ago. We've had races on the surface since then, so that makes it very difficult to figure out who might be one to win today. So I think you look back and say, with a very limited notebook for these drivers and teams, you look at the best in the sport, guys like Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, those guys, but also don't count out Casey Kane. He's the one guy that knows how to win here.
And he's come back into the championship for this one event. I'll take a stand up as the field heads down off into the parade laps. I'm looking forward to this. What about you, JT? What are you thinking?
Are we just going to completely ignore that Matthew has already failed the challenge?
Rockingham and Rockingham. Yeah, I noticed that. We've been saying it all week, Rockingham. All week.
I haven't.
He hasn't. But you turn up and immediately you don't say Rockingham.
I will drop one. I swear I will drop it at some point today. I cannot bring my North Carolina self to call this Rockingham, but I'll drop it at some point today.
He said the thing.
Some NASCAR tracks are like old friends. Seeing them again flashes back a time past. Memories burn like rubber into worn asphalt. In 1965, North Carolina Motor Speedway opened its gates for the first time, instantly becoming a track etched in our memories as The Rock. Set in the blue-collar town of Rockingham, North Carolina, the spirit of the track matched the hard-working culture of this town and the American dream. If you won here, it was earned. Racing at Rockingham would be challenging, grueling, and dominated by superstars. There have been 31 different Cup winners at the track. 21 of them went on to be selected for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Curtis Turner returned triumphantly from a 4-year suspension to win the inaugural race. Masters of the sport, both past and present, clinched championships here. Pearson, Earnhardt, Kenseth. I won my first Cup race at the Rock with Jack Roush in 1989. Hell, I went on to win 11 times here in the Busch Series, a record still etched in history. Today, these Xfinity kids are going to put on an old-school NASCAR race for us. 5 lug wheels and Gen 6 race cars. Period correct NASCAR racing. Welcome back to Rockingham. It's good to be home.
So perfect hearing Mark.
Yeah, it is great to be home. You heard Mark Martin. That's the voice of Mark Martin. His first career Cup Series win came here in 1989. He had to wait 10 more years to get a second win here at the Rock. He said it in that piece. This is a blue-collared place in the state of North Carolina, in the Sand Hills region of this state. They've been waiting so long for this day. And yeah, in the mid-2010s, there was an ill-fated attempt to get a truck race here and an ARCA race here. Bad decisions from ownership and from everyone in the front offices made that to where it didn't last too long. This Rockingham revival feels different than the last one. This feels like the start of something special. Yesterday was a near sellout for the truck race, one of the best crowds we've seen at a truck race in many a year. It is a sellout today for the Xfinity Series race, and you know, there's a few things that I've done the last couple of years, gentlemen, that I never thought I'd get a chance to do, and that's call a NASCAR race at North Wilkesboro, a NASCAR race at Bowman Gray, and today a NASCAR race at Rockingham. 3 real crown jewels of racetracks in the great state of North Carolina.
It's fantastic news, isn't it? How special is this weekend going to be? It just keeps getting better and better and better. I can't wait. North Carolina in the racing, Xfinity. I'm still annoyed that we haven't got Cup here. If Cup were here, I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, definitely, I think.
Oh yeah, 100% next year they're coming. As they run through the grid then as well. Have you done the grid yet, Matthew?
Yeah, just did the grid
Lovely.
before the break on USRN, and as we welcome everyone back on USRN, young Connor Zilich, who wasn't even born the last time the Xfinity Series ran at this racetrack, on the pole, but he will not start on the pole because on his qualifying run he actually cut down a tire, so they had to change tires. That's an unapproved adjustment. He'll have to start at the rear.
Parker Retzlaff, who would lead them to green, by the way, of all people, in his Alpha Prime car. Really good qualifying results so far this year for him. And Nick Sanchez joins him on the front row, so just generally really good qualifying results from some guys that you don't usually see leading the field. No offense to Nick Sanchez, I know he absolutely has the potential to.
No, I'm with you on that. You don't really see them at the front of the monitors, do you? And I think that's something that we're going to be looking forward to seeing, a bit of a change here. I think Rockingham always used to provide the sort of unusual results as you heard in our build-up show as well. But I do find it harsh that we've sent Connor Zilich to the back. But Matthew, before we get going for 250 laps, I really want to know your thoughts on Catherine Legg coming in. She's taken over from JJ Yellowly. Is it fair? She didn't qualify and she's coming in, but we are coming to the green flag.
Yeah, business of the sport. It's good for her. I know some people will be turned off of it, but it is the business of the sport. We'll talk about it more as the day goes on.
Here we go then. Time to restart a legend. And there's only one man who can call this for us as we go green for the 10th round of the Xfinity Championship.
Well, Rockingham has given us so much rich history over the years. Champions were crowned here. Now today, tomorrow's NASCAR stars take a crack at the Rock. It's time to drop the hammer at Rockingham, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, in front of a sellout crowd at this great old racetrack, takes the green flag, and Nick Sanchez off the inside of row 1 comes off of turn 2. He clears Parker Retzlaff to the lead. So it's Sanchez into turn 3 with the lead. Retzlaff in line third. William Sawalich is behind him. Lap 1 complete and led by Sanchez.
Really nicely done then. Everybody through cleanly. That's what we wanted to see. No cautions or anything. And Parker Retzlaff dropping back only 2 tenths. Sanchez with the lead as they hurtle down the backstretch once more. Look at Love already in the back. He's with Salwich and he's got Casey Kane right behind as he returns to the championship. He's still got the speed up in P5 and already chasing the boys younger than him.
Behind him, Brandon Jones and Justin Allgaier, Dash for Cash combatants, side by side for the 6th position. Jones, the Darlington winner, slides up out of turn 2. Allgaier has the momentum off the top of the very steep banking here to hold on to that position. Now he loads up on Casey Kane, who was a photo finishing second here the last time the Cup Series was here in 2004, finishing second to Matt Kenseth by just inches in that race in February of 04. Allgaier not done, trying to give him a challenge as they race off turn 2.
A little bit high there, sort of, from the 21 hill, so we'll watch out for that. Looking back in 10th position. Here's the Casey Kane on the inside line of Jesse Love. Oh, he gets twitched! Oh. Inches! Casey Kane gets the slow, and now he's going to get passed by Allgaier and Eckes on the inside line as well. But Matthew, that was millimeters to disaster.
Well, that's old Rockingham right there. I know a lot of people were talking about this isn't going to race like old Rockingham because of the repave, but that was old Rockingham right there on the bottom of the steep banking and just getting those left side tires maybe slightly on the apron with a car on the outside, sucks that right rear around. Casey Kane with a great save.
And JT, if that crashed there, that would have been at least 4 or 5 cars wrecked with the speed they were carrying mid-corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised how quickly we're clicking off laps here. I believe it's only a mile over, isn't it, Matthew? Last time I checked, the Oracle with us once again.
He's loving that one.
1 mile racetrack with, again, as I've mentioned a couple of times already, this very steep banking. Of course, when this track was really weathered in, you would see cars here, there, and everywhere around the banking, much like we see at the likes of Homestead or the old Fontana racetrack. Not sure if we're going to get that today or not with the repave, but if those upper lanes can get rubbered in, you could see cars everywhere around this banking.
Already I'm thinking what a great track Rockingham would make to bring IndyCar into it as well. A tight oval, bumps everywhere, little bit of issues. It will be fantastic. And for God's sake, next year, bring the Cup Series back to this place. Feels like we did in North Wilkesboro, this is very much a test, isn't it, to see if we can come back here full time.
Yeah, absolutely. The NASCAR has done this many times using Xfinity trucks or even ARCA as a test session to possibly bring Cup somewhere, just like it was a few years ago with the Indianapolis Road Course. They put Xfinity on there first to see how it went. I think a lot of people are of that belief as we are 3 wide in turn 3. Kyle Sieg on the inside of Josh Balicki, and backing out of that was Anthony Alfredo to save from a huge wadded up in turn 4.
See, already we're getting more exciting racing than we have done in the past 5 weeks in Xfinity in the opening laps as well. This is what old school circuits can do for you. Give us the close racing. Bristol was a bit of a snooze fest. Wake up, Rockingham. 3 wide coming through the last 2 corners.
Is that the first lap ad break?
Yes. And
they're 11 laps in.
But
they're on a mile oval.
But they do go P&P, remember? Picture in picture of the green flag running. Daniel Dye coming through.
That's not the point, though, is it?
Is that Sieg behind him? Yeah, it was coming through.
Yeah.
Still a lot of tension. I've got information about side-by-side into turn 1 and 2. 39's coming in. And, yep, there's 16 to 33. Going high again. Casey Kane. Yeah, he can't get ahead of Eckes there, but he's got Jones just down low as cautions come out for the first time tonight.
Looks like it's an accident on the back straightaway, and it is.
Salas.
Oh, it is. Oh, my goodness. Vicente Salas, the iRacer, NASCAR driver, has crashed on the back straightaway.
Looks like he's just lost it coming out of the banking and skidded down. Yeah?
Debut in the Xfinity Series for the iRacer, has 2 wins in the NASCAR Series and 2 truck races last year as well for Youngs and McNally.
Problem is, Matthew, I don't know if you saw last night with the trucks, the problem we had is that he has actually got going again without damaging the safer barrier. That's great news because last night, these safer barriers that have been installed around the circuit aren't very good because we keep getting bits of carbon fibre stuck in them. It's only like punching a pencil through polystyrene. They're getting the big chunks caught in them and they're having to take it off and weld it back up again. So it's a bit of a mess. We had 2 red flags last night for debris in the truck series.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to go to work on that last night and certainly after this race today, because as we said, it does feel like a test session to see if they want to bring the Cup Series here at some point next year. They'll go to work, they'll figure out how to keep that from happening as Salas makes his way to pit road. Not a ton of damage, right front, right rear, but he will go a lap down here as he limps to pit road. Leaders coming around him on the racetrack.
What's that old saying? Cautions breed cautions. That's the last thing we want to see here.
Xfinity Series is well and truly Xfinitying.
We've barely begun here this evening.
Look at that crowd. Oh my goodness gracious! You won't
For an
see another
Xfinity race.
sellout. Yeah, you won't see another sellout of an Xfinity Series race this year. And
Matthew, do you want the numbers?
Please.
It is a sold-out crowd here of over 32,000.
32.
And I know the things that people are going to say to that, the anti-people, because there are people that have to hate everything. But they're going to say, well, we get a lot larger crowds at Michigan and Daytona and so on. Well, yes, but listen, no one defends Indianapolis more than I do. We can fit 75,000. We put 75,000 in for the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis, but yet it looks cavernous because the place can hold 250,000. If you can hold 32,000 and you have 32,000, that looks great on TV.
And that's what it is. You've got to look great, and it looks spectacular, and it's going to be thumbs up. But let's take another look at it. So, I think is he side by side at the top of the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, is that low line you were
There he
talking
goes.
about, Matthew? Just catching him out.
Just lost it. All by himself, no contact with another car.
See who's battling.
That's such an annoying thing to happen. Go on, Jack.
I will say also, how have we got this far into this rocking race without mentioning the Casey Kane Friday meme?
Yeah, that's a good point. As
It's
Salas
Casey Kane
is
Saturday, everyone.
Salas back on the racetrack, the youngster from Temecula, California, tries to keep on going. Yeah, Casey Kane now at 45 years old. That's impossible for some of us old enough to remember when he was the new young shoe in the sport, to think that he's 45 years old.
Look, I had a heart.
Great to have him back.
I had a heartbreak earlier on, Matthew. I know you're sitting down, but hold on to your seat. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is 48 years old today.
Oh, come on.
I know.
Surely not.
Buffy.
Oh. My
Do you
God.
want to also know who has their birthday today?
Who?
It's time to go on to
Well, hang on.
my new favourite Facebook page.
Is it?
Not my new favourite Facebook page, but I've got a Ryzen fan badge on it for how often me and Matthew have been using it on our NASCAR broadcasts. On this day, in 2009, it was Red Bull's first ever Formula One victory.
Oh.
Really? Here? Huh. The thing
And Al Unser Jr. and Townsend Bell were born on this day.
The thing. Oh, happy birthday, Townsend. The things you see when you haven't got your gun.
No comment.
It's my friend Sophie's birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Soph.
Very
look,
good.
We are coming back to the green, however. Maestro, if you please.
Are we using the NASCAR Trucks pace car?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we are. As it peels away, Sanchez and Retzlaff again on the front row. A couple of Chevrolet Camaros. Green flag goes back up in the air. And we're racing again at Rockingham. Retzlaff off the outside of row one really spun the tires. Did not get going. Sanchez goes clear to the lead. Sawalich will follow him in line second. And now they go three abreast off turn two. And Eckes slides up and nearly runs into the side of Retzlaff. Everyone bottles up behind. But we all keep it pointed the right direction, at least for now, in turn three.
Yeah, watch out for Jones on that low line, because he's going to come up with Olguy and Eckes as well. Meantime, everybody just going 2 by 2 as they scream past the start line, back in towards turn number 1. And let's take a look as, Daniel Dye's dropped down to 36th position then as well on that last run. Sanchez with the lead, and this is that bottle moment you were talking about, Matthew. Again, we've got the 2, the 4, the 16. The 16 comes up, touches the 4, touches the 2.
Oh, Eckes with now a great save, just like we saw at the opposite end of the track with Casey Kane. But not only did Eckes make a great save, so did Retzlaff, the Wisconsin driver, on the wheel there. And Eckes is loose again out of turn 2. Casey Kane and Brandon Jones loads up for a run on him in turn 3.
Yeah, We've got to be careful here. If they continue like this, it might have caused another caution because it's how close you run. But the bumps here, as Matthew said earlier on, jumping between lanes, we've seen is possible. And if you're side by side and jump like the 16 just did there, Avekis getting mid-corner through one with a bump, you're going to whack somebody out of the race and either take yourself out or get a penalty.
And the other thing, too, about this racetrack, even though it has been recently repaved, this quite literally is the Sand Hills region of North Carolina. Much like we get at Darlington in the Sand Hills region of South Carolina, there's just a bunch of sand that blows in the wind around here, settles on the racetrack, makes the racetrack very dirty, very rough, and it is rough on tires, this track. It always has been, as Jones does shoot past Casey Kane to take over the 7th position.
Yeah, and I think hello, 25 on the inside of 19 as well for the batters. Burton, as you say. JT, side-by-side running, you've been covering the last couple of Xfinity races. Better or worse? I think better, much, much better.
I mean, it's very close between the number 88, I do believe, getting involved in there, the 51, the 88, and the 25. Connor Zillage, of course, found this one, started in the rear as we crossed the line. That was very close. I think better. Matthew?
Certainly better than Bristol. A lot of reasons that could be. That could have been for Kyle Larson. It could have been about the status of Bristol. yeah, not high at all. But again, you know, we had the mess at Martinsville. We had what was not the best race at Darlington. We're seeing very entertaining racing here 25 laps in. By the way, the CW's camera shots are absolutely amazing. These elevated camera shots on the main stretch and out of turn 2. Looks very dramatic. Speaking of dramatic, Brandon Jones with a great save a moment ago underneath Eckes in turn 2.
I don't think they know what the word calm is, do you?
It's the Xfinity series, Josh.
Yeah, that's true.
There is no such thing as calm. As Brandon Jones got a little bit loose there, actually. And through, now side by side with him, goes the 41 of Sam Mayer. Does anyone else think this could end up being a fuel mileage race, just like last race? It did end up being a fuel mileage race, which, those hot takes, I think fuel mileage races are my favourite races.
I found it exciting last night. I don't know about anybody else. The trucks gave a decent race coverage.
They were amazing. Absolutely incredible race last night on the track.
Last time we had a fuel mileage race at Rockingham, it was in the fall of 2002 when Johnny Benson outlasted Mark Martin for his only career Cup Series victory.
What team was he with, out of curiosity?
What was that?
What team was he with, out of curiosity?
The MB2 team in the Valvoline number 10 Pontiac. Teammates with Ken Schrader.
Oh, Pontiacs, man.
Such
a good-looking car.
We're just not surprised that Oracle knows that, right? We just sort of accept that.
Kind of thing I'd know.
I've got a new camera. Hey, I can sit down and actually be on air for a difference. There we go.
Are you using your zoom camera bit now?
Do you want me to?
Yeah, go on.
Centre stage.
Oh, look at that! Oh, my goodness. Oh, that looks dramatic. Forget what's happening on the racetrack.
Screenshot this right now.
I already have, like yesterday.
Yeah, but then I have to go
JB.
really close and it flies back out again. What?
Slide to the left.
It follows
Slide to the right.
me. Yeah, it follows me.
Oh my gosh.
Even if I hide under
Wow.
the desk, it follows me. Come back up. Come on, reset camera, reset.
And there is Patrick Emmerling being passed by whoever we're on board with. I imagine this is... And sorry, I haven't got a guess. My bad.
Yeah, I don't either.
I've got no... Oh no, this is Jeb Burton. I can see the Celsius.
I'll set that up for you as well, JT, to use.
Well, it used to be once upon a time. I think it might be Brennan Poole, because he's the one running ahead of Emmerling on the running order, but I could be wrong on that too. No, it's Daniel Dye who's ahead of Emmerling on the running order. Who knows? But we used to have those rear view cameras that would have a sponsor decal in it so you could tell who it is.
Yeah, that's gone the way of the dinosaur.
Idea.
Right, hang on. JT's asked for it because he wants to get some shots during the race. So I'm now having to set up another camera.
I'm not taking shots during the race unless you want me to.
Oh, I'm setting up the camera in 2-dimensional ways. So I am setting it up while we're in the middle of stage 1 break.
Didn't realise we were doing shapes on JB Motorsports, but here we are.
It's the Muppet Show.
Oh, I mean...
So who
I'm
here is
personally not a
Kermit?
Muppet, so... Josh.
Oh, thanks. I have no idea why you
I
say
didn't specify
I am
which
like
Josh.
Kermit. Way!
Who is Megan?
Miss Piggy. She would hit
Oh,
you. She'd hit you.
I was
She'd hit you.
gonna say that. Yeah.
She would hit you so much. There we go. There's centre stage. There we go. So now, basically, wherever I go, it follows me around the room and zooms in on me quite dramatically.
It was quite funny when you left the commentary box last night and it just tried to follow you and then
Did it?
it was
Hang
like,
on.
I can't.
If I stand up, it follows me. So if I move out here, does it move? It does. I can't escape.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Welcome to JB Motorsports, Matthew Owens, where USN
Boy.
once again have no idea what we're doing.
No, they don't, but I will tell you, it's quite dramatic, the visuals, so if you can or later can get on YouTube and view all of this, please do. For goodness sakes. By the way, I can tell you that today, Nick Sanchez has now led more laps in this race today than he had led in the entirety of his Xfinity Series career coming in.
My goodness.
He had only led 6 laps in his Xfinity Series career before today, and only 1 this year. He has led every lap of the 37 that we have completed. Here at Rockingham, his lead on Jesse Love is about 5 car lengths.
It's really freaking me out. I'm moving. It's moving quickly. Okay. So Sanchez by 6, but now by 4 tenths actually, as we're 20 laps away from the end of stage number 1. Yeah, it can't look too bad. The thing is that the further I go back, it just zooms in on me. Feels like I'm on a wildlife documentary.
Is this camera on stream or is this just a com cam?
No, this camera's on stream. The people at home can see this as well. Like, if I go closer, it fades away. I'm enjoying it.
You should do a voice ready.
Here we have Joshua Birch in his natural habitat, where he commentates on motor racing and messes with cameras.
I'm really interested in that. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to find out. If I go flat, yeah, it does. I can
I'm
just commentate.
surrounded by morons, man.
I can commentate laid down.
By the way, I do appreciate how I do appreciate how the world feed just flashed up a graphic that Jesse Love has led 0 laps today, only after they had flashed up a graphic that Nick Sanchez had led every lap so far of the race.
Yeah, Sanchez is doing amazingly. From second on the grid, of course, got that slipstream in. He's just taking it straight away. So I'm impressed as Alfredo moves up into 22nd position. Getting close in then with 19 to go. Now 18 of stage 1. So only 1 caution. And actually, we only had 1 lead change at the start of the race. As you said, every lap has been led by the 48.
And it was officially a lead change, too, because he was not credited as starting on the pole. So therefore, it will be counted as a lead change, even though there's only been 1 driver to lead. Although Jesse Love has done well to really bridge the gap here and start putting some pressure on him. For those of you listening on USRN, William Sawalich runs 3rd, Justin Allgaier is 4th, Casey Kane runs in 5th. He ran in the last Xfinity Series race at Rockingham before today in 2004, finished 36th in that race. Parker Retzlaff is 6th, Christian Eck is 7th, Brandon Jones 8th, Sammy Smith is 9th, and 10th is Ryan C.
I think I really like this angle now. JT's right. Having it zoom for you, it makes everything a lot easier. Okay. I am actually enjoying this race as well, actually. I know we've had a bit of fun with the camera while they've been doing tyre saving, but they're saving tyres, they're saving fuel. They're not going to do too much during stage 1, are they, Matthew? Because they're going to have to think about the final stage where all hell's going to break loose. But Jesse Love, absolutely going for it, and he's going to touch the back of Sanchez. That's brave coming down the backstretch, and he slid him into the wall!
Oh!
What a save by Sanchez, and through to the lead goes Jesse Love. Well, that was an old Rockingham kind of move. Of course, Love drives for Richard Childress Racing. The iconic moment of Dale Earnhardt loosening Bobby Hamilton up in the Kings 43 just like that in Turn 4 in 1995. That was an excellent overtake for the lead by Love.
That was...
Wow!
It wasn't really a bump and run, was it? But it was pitch perfect to just nudge the bumper, force him into the mistake, and then go through. That was okay in my book. Jack, what about you?
No, that's fair racing.
Yeah.
As Denny Hamlin put it, yeah, short track racing.
I will say too, for everyone that is going to watch this race and then clamber for the Cup Series to be here next year, I will just say, in a moment of being cautious or warning, the Cup cars will not race like this on this racetrack. That was an arrow move there by Love to take the lead. There was no contact. He just got Sanchez arrow loose, and that's something we don't see all that often with the Gen 7 Cup car.
No, it's not. And it'll go round.
Give 2 other words. Next gen short track. That's 4 words.
By the way, this is the 5th race this year that Jesse Love has led, and the first since he led 4 laps at Homestead.
While ago, then.
Nerd.
Need that as a sound effect.
I have just buckets of notes here. Are you kidding me? Oh goodness. I embrace the nerd of it all. Carson Kvapil trying to climb up the field, running in the 13th position. And now Brandon Jones, Dash for Cash driver, working to the inside of Christian Eckes. This is for 7th and unseen by us in the international feed. We've had to change it 2nd. Justin Allgaier's gotten by Nick Sanchez.
I know exactly what JB's doing right now. He is messaging me saying, don't you dare ever call Matthew Owens a nerd ever again. That is exactly what he's doing.
No, I'm taking a look at Duck putting the middle finger up with our logo. Just checking Owen's coverage. I hate to say it, guys, but this stage might not end the way you want it to.
I've got a feeling that I didn't realise that the duck was public information, but I'm guessing the duck is public information now.
Nah, I've just said it. It's fine.
Sanchez, by the way, since that slide and since losing the lead, mentioned that he lost 2nd, and now, William Sawalich runs right into the back of Catherine Legg, who then goes head-on into the Turn 2 wall. Catherine Legg has pile-driven the Turn 2 wall. Contact came from William Sawalich. My goodness.
Talentless. What are you doing going on the racing line that slowly?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Catherine, but I can't defend you. And it did hit Kane. I knew it did. I thought it hit Kane. And the front is damaged. Catherine Legg, do you have an armed escort to leave this circuit? I think you might need one. Oh, that was ridiculous.
Wow. That's heavy damage for Casey Kane.
I've just put in my other server I'm in. Caution, Ledge is talentless.
Oh.
Goodness me.
I have no words. I wish I did, but Catherine didn't qualify. She wasn't fast enough. She got dropped in the car for the 53, and she's immediately thrown into the wall. I gave her benefit of the doubt last time she was in the Cup Series. I can't really give her benefit of the doubt now. What was this? On the racing line, gets tabbed by the 18, but she was already so slow. She was miles slower. Miles. She's never driven that car either. That was always going to end in disaster. They should not have let her enter the race. That is cost JJ Yellowly as well massively, with it being his car.
He's probably got a nice pay job, to be fair, to get out of the car.
She actually blocked the 48 on the racing line.
That's just... That brings me flashbacks to that 2021? Where, you remember when David Starr had a tyre failure right in front of Noah Gragson?
Oh, right in front of Noah Gragson, yeah, that was 2021 at Homestead.
The whole and it ended up being the sole reason that my has a race win.
I
I'm
can't.
not going to complain though. I like Myatt.
I can't excuse it. I can't.
That is horrendous.
the dramatic zoom out just after JB said that.
It works.
Yeah, Casey Kane with a ton of damage. The right front has been punched in. That's a lot of damage to Casey's car.
Yeah. I reckon that might be BTW for a lot longer than the 10 minutes. That was...
Haven't they made more changes to the BTW lately?
There was something that came in the regulations,
Matthew?
but NASCAR makes so many changes, it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah,
Well,
basically the DVP now, all you need to know about the DVP is basically you can now be towed into the garage and you are still eligible to race. You can go back out, or you can go into the garage, fix the car. You can only be on pit road trying to fix your car for the allotted time, which is what, like 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. But just go to the garage, fix the car, bring it back out. I don't know why we had to make the DVP so difficult to begin with.
Is anything ever simple in NASCAR? Ever? Across any category?
Okay, I have a question. Who was watching the F2 race? Because I am getting spammed with documents right now of alleged DRS infringement. Literally every driver.
Yeah, my watch has been buzzing like
What are we
crazy.
going to do? DQ the entire field?
My watch is buzzing like crazy. There goes another one.
DQ, everybody, Rafael Villa Gomez wins.
Right, so...
After Maldonado gets the win in F2, guys.
I want to say... Catherine Legg is a great racing driver. Great. But she's a terrible stock car driver. I've said it. I don't think she should be in stock car racing. She's caused, in just 3 races she's done, she's caused 4 cautions. How's that fair?
Of course, it also doesn't help that she's in the slowest car in the field.
Yeah.
At Phoenix, at Rockingham, of course, the hope was that she wouldn't be in the slowest car in the field with the Jordan Anderson car, but then failed to qualify in that.
I'm just reading the Slack chat for Grid Network, and everyone was saying, oh, it's the 18 that tipped her around, but it's not that fact. It's the fact is that she was so slow on the racing line. She came down and blocked the 48 as well. So the 18 had nowhere to go. It's nothing to do with the 18. It's the fact that Catherine blocked the line at the wrong point.
Well, really squeezed the 18 down, too. See if these leaders are going to pit here. Looks like they... Woo, well, Love and Allgaier come to pit road. Sawalich and Jones do, but Sanchez stays out. Going to try to win the stage. We're likely going to get the restart with about 2 or 3 to go. Actually, might be 1 or 2 to go in the stage.
Let's go down pit
Because
road.
there's 4 to go now.
Pit road's got news.
Attention to points. He just wants to build confidence in his young drivers, so they will fix that right front. You see the crew paying attention to it right there. He was building tight before that incident, though, Dylan.
And Justin Allgaier, who was running in the second spot, that said the car is really good. They're going to do right side tires only. Jesse Love, the race leader, said he was trending free. They'll do 4 tires. So a mixed bag of strategy here as we draw to the end of stage 1.
And Jesse Love runs into Thomas Annunziata on pit road, and thankfully, no one ran into a pit crew member, but Love was exiting his pit box and Annunziata was coming into his, and they collided.
So
now in your neck of the woods, that would be called an unsafe release.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but of course NASCAR don't really go for unsafe releases.
Am I seeing people saying that was Sawalich's fault?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
The same's going on in the chat.
Excuse me, but do you have eyes?
I will defend Catherine. until my dying breath. I can't defend that. I can't. I excused it when she was in the Cup Series, but I can't excuse that. She was slow on the racing line. She cut down the 48. She got hit by the 18 because she was slow on the racing line. 18 had nowhere to go. In my book, that has to be on Catherine. Has to be.
Oh, contact on pit road apparently between the number 2 and the number 17. It's Jesse Love and the legendary Thomas Annunziata.
So that's going to be
I like
confirmed.
Thomas a lot. Such a good road course racer, that guy. Has 2 wins already in the Trans Am EA2 category this year out of 2.
Yeah, very well could be a threat when we go to Mexico on Father's Day weekend.
I assume he's racing on that one.
I do want to point out, because I know there was a lot of hate on Catherine last time out when there was cautions with her, but this is not anything with against female racing drivers. Literally, we've got Lizzie Whitmore. We've got Lizzie Whitmore sticking there with Mallory Dobbs on the headset. One of my mates runs a female racing team. Half the journalists here are female. It's nothing to do with that.
You also literally stream F1 Academy.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with that. It is purely because...
Your camera then.
Yeah. It is purely because that was her fault. I would defend... I can't defend that. Okay.
To be fair, the fact you have to clarify that these days is kind of stupid, I always think.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Ready to go? Into stage 1. Oracle.
2 to go in the stage. Nick Sanchez and Ryan Sieg on the front row. Green flag waves. All of these guys at the front on very old tires. Sieg from the outside spins the tires. Sanchez gets the whole shot to turn 1. They go way up at turn 2. Jesse Love into the back of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier right up against the wall makes a great save. Sanchez leads the way to 3. Retzlaff second and Sieg third.
That was well held from Allgaier as well. I thought for sure that Love had put him into the wall. He's kept it nice and
Love
low.
got into him.
Yeah, so here we go. One more to go. Retzlaff. Look at Parker Retzlaff. Can he actually get through on Sanchez? He's got the toe coming out too. There's the 20 diamonds on the inside. Backstretch coming from the stage 1. Stage points count here.
Brandon Jones flying from the back on fresh tires. He's not going to get to the front. Nick Sanchez comes off of turn 4. Green and white checkered flag is waving. And it's Sanchez who takes the opening stage from Retzlaff, Sieg, Anthony Alfredo, and Jeb Burton are 4th and 5th. But it's Nick Sanchez scoring his first career Xfinity Series stage win.
Yep. Love got into the back of Allgaier there. I have no real explanation for that, to be quite honest with you.
Those are just guys on fresh tires, anxious to get to the front there. Big-time stage points for Sanchez, Retzlaff, Sieg, Alfredo, Jeb Burton, Kyle Sieg is 6th, Matt DiBenedetto 8th, Jeremy Clements 9th. Good work by all of those drivers and teams to work the strategy and get some major stage points, especially for Sanchez, who you would imagine will likely be very tight on making the playoffs once we get to the end of the regular season. So a big stage win for Sanchez and the Big Machine Racing team. For those of you listening on USRN, we're going to take a break. We will be right back. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed those first 60 laps, gentlemen.
Yep.
I enjoyed it too. Tell you what, the Women in Motorsports chat is going wild on the on the chat here for Grid. So,
do you know what's also
I'm not
going
in that,
wild?
I'm not associated with Grid, so
yeah.
Your DMs are going wild, JB.
I will check. I agree.
I've not got my DMs right now, so I don't think I'm followed by that many people from here. I'm followed by you 3, but actually, to be fair, I was going to say, I think I'm followed by Omi, Matthew, JT, JB. I think that, and Tom Kent also follows me, but that's literally it, I think. I follow Jess and she doesn't follow me, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I'm joking, Jess, you're chill.
Very good.
To be fair, my Instagram is like almost nothing to do with motorsport.
Oh my god,
Omi.
I swear, I have Instagram. I can't say that I ever use it. I'm on there for like 3 seconds a week.
Hang on, so are we saying that it was the end of stage 1? I've played the gifts and no one's looking.
Also, can we just give a shout out quickly? Jeremy Clement, stage point.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a lot
We
of
love
teams
Jeremy.
stay out there and find a way. Okay, thank you, JT, for sending me a message on Instagram. Very good.
Oh, is he?
We got radio here from Jesse Love quickly, just to add here. Jesse said, Danny, can you walk over to Jim Pullman and tell I didn't mean to get into Justin sideways and I about crashed him, I'm sorry.
Ah, so it was accidental. That's nice.
Yeah, he's told his spotter to go over and apologise to Justin, basically, saying he didn't mean to do it. I was going to say I didn't think he meant to do it. I think if he did, that was kind of mental, but... you know, I was going to say, there didn't seem to be any reason that Jesse Love would go and intentionally wreck somebody. To be fair, I don't even recall him ever intentionally wrecking somebody.
No, I don't either.
I remember his
hope you enjoyed my DMs, Matthew.
Yes, thank you for all the DMs on Instagram from you and Omi. Thank you very much.
Has Omi got involved as well? Right.
Yeah. Omi seems to like this challenge where let's send a message to Matthew and see how quickly he responds.
Part in this chat. No, I'm joking.
Right, so I'll let everyone in to what I said to Matthew Owens. I said in all capital letters, "Hello, Matthew Owens." Then I went back to lowercase and I was like, "This is a platform called Instagram. You may have heard of it, or you may not have. I don't know."
Oh, bless you.
And then hold on.
Who doesn't know is Instagram.
See, what the clip here is doing, if my phone can zoom in here, the clip is starting midway through and he's completely missed out the first half where the 48 gets download first. So that's... Look. She's on the racing line. Where are they supposed to go? There's absolutely nowhere to go.
I will say Swalloch does take a slightly higher entry route. But that said, why are you on near the racing line about 50 miles per hour slower than the rest of the field? NASCAR, you've been pretty strict on minimum speed violations. Yeah. Surely she was speed. I mean, they parked my goat Norm Benning as well as Justin Carroll yesterday, as well as a few drivers in the ARCA race for minimum speed. They haven't parked anybody today. Or Norm Benning, though. He's been parked by NASCAR twice now.
Don't get me started on that, Matthew Owens.
Gonna have some the drivers that did not pit at the end of stage one gonna pit now, including our stage winner Sanchez.
Do I tell everyone what Matthew just said to me?
I think you have to start with telling everyone what you said to me.
Okay, so I went on Twitter this time, and I said once again, in all capital letters, "Hello, Matthew Owens." Then I went back to lowercase, saying, "This is a platform called Twitter. This is your second home." Matthew just replied with, "No, it's called X. Get off of our broadcast right now."
X marks the spot.
Tanner's just said to me that the 33 was nowhere near that battle. If he was nowhere near that battle, how did he get the contact? Are we watching the same race, Tanner? We're debating this on the Encore show on Monday now. Oh wait, no, it's my birthday. I can't be there. Sorry.
Happy birthday, JB.
I get two birthdays.
I will buy you a Lance Stroll shirt you can wear on air.
No. Do you want a story from touring car testing?
No, hold on. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
It's your birthday today.
No, my birthday's on Monday.
Oh, on Monday, I see. I was going to say, I didn't get that alert on here. The only thing that Facebook is good for these days is to let you know when people's birthdays are, so you don't have to memorize their birthdays, because I can't memorize most people's names. Oh, anyway.
It's that where same-day delivery comes in handy for you, Matthew. Yeah. Sit down, children. It's time for JT's story time. Right, so my dad went to the Donington Park newsagents on Tuesday, right? And next to that, I believe it was the Vantage 97 shop, JB?
Yes.
That one?
Yeah.
He looked in there, it was like, oh, Aston Martin mug, a £5. I might get that. So he went out, he sat down, had a drink at Garage 39. He then went back to go buy it. He then looked at it, turned it around. It had Lance Stroll on it. He fought against it and walked out the shop. Also, what was quite funny is the person behind the counter. My dad was looking at a Williams shirt, and he was wearing a Red Bull shirt. So the person behind the counter said to my dad, "Are you changing teams then?" So I thought that was quite funny when I heard that.
Personally, a highlight for me of the test was talking to Nick and Anthony Hamilton. So that's going to be great. Got to get that edit.
Has Matthew seen the photos of them?
I have
no
idea.
Okay, let me send you the.
JT, can't you put it onto your screen?
I can put it onto my screen. You don't ask for a lot, do you? Dear
Dance,
me.
monkey, dance. I just realised, are we back on your screen yet? We've been on a break.
No, we're not. We'll get back for when they're doubled up for the restart. Oh, my lord.
Yes, I get 2
I've got
birthdays. I've got my niece and nephew coming tomorrow, and then I'm going out on Monday, and then I'm doing a barbecue.
Thank you for information which no one absolutely asked for.
I just thought I'd just ball it. Give out completely good information about everything I've been doing in the day. To be fair, it helped us to know that she's not actually doing the qualifying show. Jess, if you're watching, I want to know how Formula Student went, please. Student?
I want you
What's
to
a
follow me
student?
back on Instagram. I followed you for it.
Who was second in Piastri?
You know, does Matthew... Oh, no, yeah, Matthew does follow me on Twitter. I was going to say.
CW giving us an aerial shot over the top of Rockingham. I can tell you this section of the state is just such a great area. Everyone is everyone's friend in this area of the race, in this area of the world.
Unless your name is Catherine Legg.
Well, of course, but yeah, just blue-collared kind of place where everybody knows everybody, and it's quite fun in the middle of the state, a little south, but a great part of the country and the state.
If you want it, I have an interview from Bob Podcast from Catherine Legg. Do you want it?
Okay.
I'm fine, just exacerbated, you know. I think I must have been really bad in a previous life or something, because it's a bit unlucky. I mean, there was not much I could do, then I just got taken out by Sawallich, so it is what it is in that situation.
Tell me kind of what you're trying to do when you're getting lapped there at that point.
I mean, I'd given the inside lane to whoever had just gone past me, and I thought we were going to finish the corner, but he just moved up the racetrack and understeered straight into my left rear, so not much you can do.
How much of a challenge was this experience? Just hopping into a car you hadn't practiced with yet this weekend, and then you're in traffic in that kind of situation. What was that? What's that challenge like?
You know what? I was settling in, and actually we were doing great. Like, I think the car wasn't the car that I was used to driving in practice yesterday, so it took me, 20 laps or so to get used to it. But then we were just hanging with the pack there, and I was thinking, okay, I'm getting experience, and my goal was just to finish, right?
There you go, Matthew, back to you.
I don't know if I agree with everything she said there, but we'll carry on as we are back on USRN and ready for the restart to get stage 2 underway at Rockingham. A bit of a jumbled up running order now. Carson, Kvapil, and Brandon Jones on the front row, followed by Taylor Gray and Christian Eckes, then Jesse Love and Sammy Smith. Into the restart zone. Green flag goes in the air from Chief starter Joey Aycock, and Carson Kvapil drives away from the inside of row 1. He'll lead to turn 1. Taylor Gray going to try to follow him through to second. He will do that. Then it's the 2 and the 20. Jesse Love and Brandon Jones, elbow to elbow down the back straightaway for the 3rd position as they race to turn 3.
Keep an eye on Colin Zilic as well. He's trying that outside line, losing a little bit at the rear. Keeps it nicely down as they come over through the tribal. Over then. And it's Kvapil who leads. Gray 2nd, Jones 3rd, Love 4th, and Love going on the inside line. Take 3rd away from Jones. Sammy Smith right there to capitalise. Losing that toe immediately, though, is the 20. And dropping back now, I think it's just, again, into the saving grace because stage 2 is long.
Oh, there's some smoke out of the back of that 2 car of Jesse Love, it looks like. I was just about to mention, I really liked how that car looked in stage 1, drove up and took the lead, but there is smoke developing, perhaps off the left rear tire of that 2 car. We'll try to follow up.
2 by 2 further back, but yeah, it's definitely, there's the 19 getting ahead of the 26, but I'm trying to look, 25's losing back as well. So that's a house of burden with Bonsignor and Dean Thompson in there too. Clean restart. If that 2 does have problems, it's going to be, if it's oil, oh dear, it's going to be quite slippery at this place, isn't it?
I think it's just a tyre rub myself, personally.
Yeah, it might be. Of course, he did have that very close call with Allgaier. At the end of the stage is Connor Zilic in turn 3 to the inside of Sam Mayer, gets very loose. Great save by Zilic, the fastest qualifier from earlier today.
Yeah, he almost got stuck around there by because he was so close on the inside of Sam Mayer, but he gets loose because the side of Mayer's car is just taking the air off him. Now he's back dealing with Sheldon Creed, the 2-time Stadium Super Truck champion, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
There's lag, I reckon. JT, go for it.
Hello.
Hello. There's lag. Try again.
Alright, yeah, if it is oil, well then this track, oh hello camera, this track will be as slippery as a waterfall rock with water flowing down it.
Ah, yes, indeed. Thank you very
Sorry.
much. Chris Wright. Chris Wright, the driver from Pittsburgh, had a moment too on the restart, got all the way up towards the wall, got cozy with the turns 1 and 2, safer barrier, kept going, however. By the way, for you Casey Kane fans, he is still in the race, but he's 1 lap down in 36th. If he could get a quick caution, he would get the free pass. And here's Ryan Sieg coming off the banking of turn 4 and coming to pit road. This is an unscheduled stop for the 39 car. Sieg, who's been so impressive to start the year, came into the day 9th in the championship standings.
Well, this just goes from bad to worse then as well. That's not a pass-through, is it? Because he hasn't yet stopped in his garage. It is into the box. Good now. Like, a lot of fuel and tyres. Unless he had a slow puncher.
I don't think he pitted on that last restart, did he?
Can't actually see the pits run on our timing screen. Double check.
On the back of one of my favourite drivers on the grid, Josh Bilicki.
Ryan Sieg did stop last time by. That's his second stop of the day. Yeah.
Carson Kvapil at the front of the field. He and Connor Zilic, 2 teammates at JRM, battling for Rookie of the Year this year. They run 5th and 6th in the championship standings through the first portion of the season, and it's Kvapil who leads. In fact, it's the 1 and 2 cars that run 1 and 2 in the running order. Sam Mayer digging on the bottom of turn 1, passing Christian Eckes for 6th. That's the guy that I've been impressed with at the start of this season is Mayer through the first 9 races of the year. He has been so consistent, 2nd in the championship standings through 9 races.
Yeah, it's a good racing season so far for them all. Now the question... I thought I was doing some radio in the background. Now the question is, though, how long is this stage going to go caution-free? 60 laps only, so it doesn't take that long. They should go pit stop free, but it's tyre wear that I'm starting to worry about, Matthew, as well. I know it's a new surface, but They didn't look too good when they came off at the end of the previous stage.
And what I'm really interested in, too, is first stage was 60 laps. This stage went green with about 52, 53 to go in the stage. That last stage is more than doubled the length. It's 130 laps, probably about 120 to 125 green flag laps. So tire wear and tire management is going to be much more in that final stage than even in these first two.
Cole's asking, has any of us actually been to Rockingham? Because he was there in 1995. Anybody?
I have not been. Of course, it shut down after that Cup race in 2004 in February, and I was actually going to go for one of the revival races. It was the ARCA race, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I was going to go to one of them, but at that point, still too young to pull that off by myself. I would have needed assistance from a family member, and I don't have any family members that are into sports. It's a minor miracle that I'm so into sports as I am.
Hey, same here, mate. Same here.
But yes, would love to be there sometime for a truck race, Xfinity race, whatever. But yeah, it's a lovely area of the state. I've been in the area, and it's just a lovely place. As once again, I mentioned how much I liked the look of that 2-car in the middle and middle portions and at the end of stage 1. I think Jesse Love's got a really good long-run car, and at least in the past at Rockingham, now this is pre-stage racing, Rockingham, this is pre-stage racing, pre-modern era NASCAR racing, if you will. Yeah, I said the thing. But we used to get long runs all the time. It would not be abnormal at all for a cup race here at Rockingham to go 150, 200 laps without a caution.
Going well, isn't it, so far?
Of course, if you want to go really far back in the record books, we used to run 500-mile races here, 492 laps. Oh my goodness, and those were long days. Guys like Kyle Petty, Davey Allison, and Rusty Wallace would just absolutely obliterate the field.
So if the Cup Series came back, would it be 300 miles or 400 miles that we would do?
I would think it would be 400. That's where it was for the late 90s and early 2000s before they went away. It was 400 miles, 393 laps.
Then again, hear me out. The Rock 500 sounds pretty cool.
Carson Kvapil went high in 1 and 2, Josh, and Jesse Love closes in.
That's what happened to Ryan T. Vibration.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was.
That's a shame for Sieg, who would like to catch a caution to get back on the lead lap. By the way, Justin Allgaier has not gone anywhere on this restart. He is mired back in traffic in 19th. He is actually the only Dash for Cash driver that doesn't currently run in the top 5. Kvapil leads, Jones is 4th, and Smith is 5th.
Cole says, I'd be afraid if they have a Cup race here, they'd have the same traffic problems that Kentucky Motor Speedway has had.
It's possible, just given the area, but then again, you know, we could have said that could have happened at North Wilkesboro, too, with the area in Wilkes County that track is in, and we haven't really heard of traffic nightmares the last couple of years for the All-Star race. And again, with this fan base in this area, they would likely know, get on the road early to try to get here maybe an hour, 2 hours early to not get caught in that kind of traffic. Kentucky, that was very much virgin territory at Kentucky. They had many bush and truck races, but that didn't draw enormous crowds like the Cup race did there when we went there for the first time.
Kind of like Silverstone all those years ago. Tell you what, Love's going to get the lead here.
Love's fast today.
Yeah, I love the look of that 2-car. He's diamonding the corners, especially at 1 and 2, and I really like the run he gets off of turn 2. And here he goes, Josh, in turn 3, looking for the lead.
Yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place, the low line and the hard of Kvapil at the top. Going to blitz it through, just a slide. He's got to toe the 45 coming in as well for Salas, and still can't get away through 1. It's going to be the back stretch. 1v2 in 1v2.
Yeah,
No street
Love
car,
is
sadly.
getting really good runs right on the exit of turn 2 especially. Keeps it on the bottom of 3 and 4 in the tire tracks of Kvapil. They slingshot up out of turn number 4 and cross the line. Kvapil holds on to the lead. All of this going on about a second and a third ahead of the all Joe Gibbs Racing battle for the 3rd position between Taylor Gray and Brandon Jones. Again, Love gets a great run out of turn 2, uses it down the back straightaway and dives to the bottom in 3.
Ooh, that's going to be tight, but he's got the pace. He's drifting out. He didn't touch it. Kvapil over the line. Side by side, rear drifting out. Oh, that's proper Rockingham style over the line. That's bringing flashbacks to 2001 when we had side by side the line drifting in sideways. What a classic that was. And it's Love
Oh, he got
into
loose,
the
he got
lead,
loose.
but he's touching the wall. Kvapil comes back down low into 3, retakes the lead. They're jostling.
This is proper Rockingham, like you said. Love got the lead in 1 and 2, but got loose on the exit of the corner, nearly scuffed the wall. Kvapil had the run to get back around him in 3. This is really good stuff. And now Kvapil's going to take it high in 1 and 2. Love's going to stuff it down on the bottom, but he gets loose again.
Oh, I thought they were going to touch. I so thought they were going to smash into the wall.
F1
Fantastic.
could never.
No, they couldn't. Oh, this is spectacular.
I just love with these particular stock cars how you can just throw them around. You never get this in F1 or F2 or anything like that.
I mean, you...
The wall, yes, he does.
You said it right there, though. They are muscling these cars around the racetrack. And that's the way you're supposed to do it around here. I love that they're giving us a replay. I'd like to see what's actually happening live on the track. They come up out of turn 4. All of that skirmishing, by the way, has allowed Gray and Jones to close in with 21 laps to go in stage 2. We work lap 100 of the race.
So, this is going to get tasty now, isn't it, to go into it. Backstretch looking good. This is Taylor Gray battling with Brandon Jones. Gray has got ahead of Jones. Jones has the run as they come over the line. And it's the 54. He'll have the lead, over 3rd position. And here comes Dash for Cash runs. That's going to be the 7, battling back through. Justin Allgaier getting ahead of the 44 of Brendan Poole.
16th now for Allgaier, struggling to get back to where he was when stage 1 ended. Meanwhile, back at the front, car number 1, Carson Kvapil leads. Of course, it was car number 1 winning here at Rockingham in February of 2001. Steve Park holding off Bobby Labonte on that Monday afternoon, winning for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated the week after Dale Earnhardt's death at the Daytona 500. Park holding off the defending Cup champion Labonte that day. Kvapil brings that number 1 across the line. They've got Chris Wright to get around here as they are starting to find race traffic that they're going to have to maneuver around. Kvapil goes way high in turn 2, Josh. Opens up the door for Love.
Yeah, Love can't get through, though, as well, but that's going to give the advantage because Chris Wright's going to go up high, and so is Kvapil going down low. And with the toe for the 35, Love takes the lead of the race and deals with all of them. We're 4 wide over the line. And I think
I love this.
Kvapil's still got it. They're battling side by side. Love's on the low line through 1 and 2. Kvapil in the middle lane will have the traction and brushes the wall. Yes!
Wow, this is spectacular.
Finally.
Oh,
Chris
my
Wright
goodness.
finally got out of the way there.
And then Brandon Jones has gotten by Gray for 3rd, and he's closing down on the lead, too.
Ah, yes, please. More of this. Brink up.
This is so good.
What is wrong? Why have we
I'm
not
putting
been
something
here?
out on Twitter. Be right back.
It really does. It makes you ask the question, how in the world would they ever allow this place to go away in the first place 21 years ago? It was a terrible decision then. 3-way fight for the lead with 15 to go in the stage.
Oh, is that Zilic touching the wall? He's looking a bit slow. Zilic,
I think he's got a flat.
Oh. Yeah, flat tire. He'll have to pit. It is a flat.
I think it's the right front.
Yep. You're right. So that's going to drop him down. Oh, that's a shame for Zilic. He was running 10th. No stage points for him, crucially, as well.
And definitely going to fall off the lead lap as well. Driver that did win the pole, but didn't get to start there because of a flat tire after qualifying. Now, Kvapil trying to tiptoe away from Love, and Love falling into the clutches of Jones. I say Kvapil's trying to tiptoe away. He's only got 3 car links, now
Oh,
2
Jones.
car links. And in turn 4, Love drifts high. Brandon Jones cuts underneath him. This is the battle for second.
Oh, they've got to be careful. Love's going to have that high line, and Jones, just going to go door to door. Kvapil's kept the lead. Jones nearly into the wall, pushed by with Love. Yeah, from Love with Love at the moment. Come on, side by side through 3, into 4. No, I think it's not doing too badly, this one. Yellow. Creed's in the wall.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, he's hit twice.
Wow, so that's Austin Green, the son of David Green. No, that's not Austin Green, is it? That's the 00 of Sheldon Creed. Sorry. Oh, wow, Sheldon Creed in the wall. Right front tire was down on that car, too. So that's 2 cars that cut down a right front tire in pretty much the same time. First Zilich and now Creed. Caution comes out at a good time for Zilich, by the way.
So he's saying he got hit.
Oh. Okay.
He's saying he got hit.
This camera gets any
He broke
closer.
into the corner and drove through us, was the word that Sheldon Creed. The radio says, "It's hurt, I don't know. What the something did he do there? He broke into the corner and drove into us. They're talking about going to the garage."
Oh, big
The
one.
pain of being a Creed fan continues, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a look.
Let's see, who's he? Oh, wow! That's Justin Bonsignor.
I am officially a Johnson Bonsignor hater now, everyone. What on earth was that?
Bonsignor saying bon chance.
Modified champion Bonsignor. Just going into that corner way, way deep. So again, it's a caution late in the stage, just as we had in stage 1. So now these leaders are going to have to figure out what they want to do. Do they want to stay out and go for the stage win and the stage points? Or do they want to come down pit road? This was fabulous racing, by the way. The 2 leaders cutting through lap traffic. Looked like the final laps of the Spring Cup race here in 2003 with Dale Jarrett and Kurt Busch.
It was perfect. It was pitch perfect, honestly. It kept side by side, it's keeping his grip, it's keeping his inside. What perfect way to spend an Easter weekend.
It's so great. I see Philip in the comments section on YouTube said, I went to a cup race here in spring of '99, took 4 hours to get out of the track. Yeah, I could absolutely believe that. He said the 99 and 3 car broke in the 6-1. That was Mark Martin, who had won a decade between wins at Rockingham. He got out of the car in Victory Lane in the interview and said, I'm terrible at Rockingham, and he had just won. Martin getting 2 wins here in the Cup Series and 11 in Busch Series competition, most of the time in that Winn-Dixie number 60.
Windex.
JB,
What?
shall we open the files from
Yes,
the
go on. I
beautiful,
want to hear that.
beautiful, absolute mess that was Darlington Park?
I thought it went alright.
Yes, I called it a mess. Cry about it.
I thought it went alright personally, but go on, what have we got? I'm trying to get the screen. It's hand activated, this screen, so I need to go back and then it does it. Go back,
Matthew
go back.
has disappeared, so I shall wait
haven't
on
got
the
the
return
commands
of
yet.
the Owens.
I've not got the commands sorted yet. It's hand activated.
Back, shoo.
I think if I go close, it goes. Because it's on centre stages here. If I turn it off, then I go like that. Way. That looks like I'm regenerating, my God.
The chair of the Owens has spun.
Caution's out.
You're late.
No, I was talking about the chair spinning.
Oh, right.
And
Going to
the
just
Owens
step
has
away
returned.
for a moment. Yeah, I'm just going to step away for a moment, guys, and mute my mic because dogs are barking. And you don't want to hear that because they're very loud.
I didn't know that we were on the
Woof.
commentary.
And through the run, getting a little bit of front chatter. He said he is better on exit, but the whole corner could use some work. You saw that chassis adjustment as the 4 fresh Goodyear tires go on and Sunoco fuel, Dylan.
Up 2 will pit as well after a good battle. Jesse Love there in the 2 car just said that he was tight center exit. They took 4 tires last time here, changing the right sides and a chassis adjustment as well. They'll go around and change left sides as well. Carson Kvapil said he was trending loose, but the car had good roll speed. They put rights on that first stop. They'll put 4 on here, which Carson said, reminder, that'll free us up. So they made some adjustments to counter for that.
We knew pit road was going to be big today.
Yeah, okay. Rule 1, don't sneeze when your commentary monitor can follow you around the room.
Josh, but I can't speak. Joshua's commentary monitor be like absolute cinema.
Yeah, it was. I went down here and it followed me to sneeze. On the greatest as I come into it.
It's time to hold on.
It's time to start the music.
It's time to present Mr. Joshua Birch with the presentation of the Absolute Cinema Award.
Hang on a minute.
There you go.
You're not on camera. I can't get you on camera.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
There you go. We got you just.
I'm a Spurs fan. We don't know what those are.
What, trophies or overall?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
Let me put you guys on my speaker. Hold on.
We're pretty close actually right now. We're in the Europa League semi-final. So.
I have to stand up.
Creed is done.
Hello, I hear you now.
Hello, Creed's done, you say?
Creed is done for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Bonsignor.
Well, that just goes on, doesn't it?
Does Jack even know I've got a W Series trophy?
I don't
yes,
believe
I think
so.
you've mentioned it. I think you've mentioned it.
This absolute of a mess. There you go.
I was going to say, I didn't know you raced in the W Series, JT.
Shush.
He had the sex change a couple of years ago.
I now identify as the person who came third in the race 9 of the 2022 W Series at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, a race which never ever happened.
No, I don't think we ever went there, did we?
Oh. Well, I will just say instead that you were Jamie Chadwick. There you go.
It's a 3rd place trophy, so I doubt it is Jamie Chadwick.
True.
Jamie would have won. Or maybe go present that to Alice Powell, who would have most likely been on the podium.
Alright. A Hard Rock Cafe Red Bull Racing pin. Name the price.
Hard Rock Cafe is amazing, by the way.
$5.99.
I found some of my favourite bands. Not even kidding.
Is it $5.99?
Name the price.
$5.99.
Jack, name the price.
Price is right. I'm going to go with...
$6.75, Bob.
$10.99.
I don't know what you just said because JB talked over you.
Yeah, JB, shush. Anyway, it was $10.99.
20 quid.
There you go, I win. I win.
Off.
Shut up. There we go. I win.
You got ripped off. See, do you know what's really interesting, dear viewers? If JT just puts his mic down a minute, I recognise that windscreen cover, mic flag, and microphone. Is that because at one time in history they were all mine, JT?
What?
That mic. It's all mine.
I have just become into a full JB mic setup, haven't I?
You really have. Microphone, mic flag, and windshield you've now got. You've had it all. I may as well have just given you it all at Brands Hatch instead of just drip feeding you one at a time.
Viewers, what I do also have to start sorting out is the 10,000 subscriber award, and I have been looking at them, and they look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we're nearly at 10,000 subscribers. We'll get there, but I think way before, maybe around Le Mans. We're at 7,993.
Le Mans.
So we are 7 subscribers away on the main JBMotorsports YouTube account from 8,000 subscribers, which means we're 2,000
So 7
away.
of you,
Yes.
The 7 of you 2060 is better
Sometimes my
subscribed.
headphones, I can't hear JB. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have 10,000 by the time. Yeah, we'll definitely have 10,000 by the time we finish Indy 500 and Le Mans. 100%.
The only thing that this microphone that isn't yours is the cable.
Yes. To which I would have given you the cable, but it broke, if you remember, and then I broke it more than after.
Yes, 1 to go, which means lights go flash.
Which is why, as you remember, JT, I got this. The wireless. So, it will be 3 to go to enter stage. Matthew Owens will be back. Do we even talk about what the laptop's done to me right now?
Are we on USON?
Yes. Go away. Go back. Here we go. Right, all ready for a restart. Matthew Owens has stepped away. We're back shortly. It will be 3 laps to go with, I believe, Jeb Burton in the lead of the race. I have no idea what's going on here. All set then. I'm standing up, so we only need this camera.
I'm dying.
No, but it's funny.
Pace car comes in. Thompson, Burton, Clement, Alfredo. There's Di Benedetto, Kyle Sieg. Green flag, we're back racing at Rockingham. We've got 4 wide already coming in towards the first corner. Further back, Brandon Jones on the outside. Jesse Love, look at that. Oh, sliding through turn 1 and touching the wall with the rear. Love is absolutely pushing maximum ballast out there.
Whoa.
Side by side with Kyle Sieg. Coming through, Matt Benedetto in there too, Alfredo. We've got multiple lap traffic in there. Dean Thompson leading the race with Jeb Burton. 3/10 the difference as we ride through 1 and 2, JT. Good move so far.
Say that again. Dean Thompson.
He's actually doing something good, isn't he?
Is he going to win a stage?
I reckon Dean Thompson could win a stage. How about that? Don't think we had that.
Wide across the line.
Didn't have that in our bucket list, did we? Oh, Jesse Love cuts down low and takes up. So where's that put Love? Up to P7 now. Gets out of Kvapil and Sieg and Jones. Jones now just around the outside, retaking it. It's 1 to go. The green checker flag will come out. And Dean Thompson will win stage 2 here at Rockingham. He won't be eligible for stage points. They will go to Jeb Burton with 9. Clements will get 8 and further down. But Dean Thompson wins stage 2 here at Rockingham. Now that was unexpected. I didn't. Yeah. Nobody expected that, JT. As the yellow's back out.
Well, if you're Michael McIntyre, that would be your unexpected star of the show. Here at Rockingham, it is your unexpected stage winner of the race.
The unexpected star of the show this week has been JB's camera.
I don't know what's happened to it. It's like it's zoomed in massively and I can't get it to stop. Hang on a minute. Center stage. Recenter. Go. Oh, that's me. Oh, I can drag it. Nice. I wish I knew that. I'm learning all the time. And recenter and center stage. There we go.
You need to come back to Rockingham again just purely for another Dean Thompson stage win.
Okay, not too bad. I think this has become unusable, really, for the little funny things we're having, because it's gone a bit wonky.
Oh,
go on.
That's an interesting stat.
What?
That was the first ever stage win for Sam Hunt Racing.
Was it really?
Yep. Huh. Well, that's something I didn't realise. Also, shout out to Jeremy Clements, got points in both stages, albeit on pit strategy, but still, he did. He has got points in both stages. One of the only proper owner drivers in the series, Jeremy Clements, has 2 wins, if I remember correctly.
Off the top of my head, I'm going to throw JT under the bus here. I need to run and get a new drink. So JT, up to you.
Well, thank you so much for that. Like, I absolutely love being left alone as a lead commentator with the little R1 Jack as my only co-commentator.
I go. The little R1 is the best commentator in all.
You not even being able to say that as a joke and breaking midway through that just shows how much of a lie that actually was. Anyway, Thompson, Jeb Burton, Clements, your top three in that one. And final stage, 128 go. Well, that's 2048 move in there somewhere. And we are getting ready for pit stops. We're now staring at an empty GTO mega chair in the commentary box. And, well, I'm glad that the checkered flags are there so everyone cannot see the absolute state and mess that is behind them. Because even though I've not been in that commentary box, I have seen the absolute state that is the 20-year-old plus JB Motorsports archive. Because, yes, welcome to JB Motorsports. We have like a 30-year archive. Because why not? Still under caution here for the stage 2 conclusion break between stage 2 and the final stage. 127 to go. Have a look at that. 32,000 people. It's a sold out Rockingham Speedway for the NC Education Lottery 250, and cars are coming down pit road, and I do not have the pit audio set up, so JB, please hurry back to the commentary box. Thank you very much. Cars down pit road. Let's see what will happen here. Good stop for the 26, good stop for the 27. It'll be 4 tyres and fuel for everyone as we go picture in picture with Dean Thompson and Jeb Burton. First and second, who will get out in front? Waiting. It's Jeb Burton and Dean Thompson side by side, leaving at the same time. And good stops either or. Well, JB returns to the commentary box. Hello. And you are late.
Why late as they race off pit road?
You were meant to press the pit report button thingy.
You've got the feed. Same as me.
I don't.
That's because you're not logged in. You should have logged into Premier Sport and watched the same as us.
Yeah, JT.
Are they still backstretch pitch? They were in 99? I believe so. They're not on the front stretch here.
Why are you throwing this on me?
I'm not the only one with a broadcast system with a bus mixer.
I don't have the systems, and you know I don't have the systems for the Premier Sports app.
Don't you?
No.
I thought you got that fixed.
Why are you holding 2 microphones?
Why are you holding a SodaStream bottle?
Because I have one, unlike you.
Okay. Well, halfway there. You think the longer that time goes on, you think that Bon Jovi will be at least 3/4 of the way there by now? I mean, his son is married to Millie Bobby Brown, who's now Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi. That's just asking for trouble. Her initials are MPBBJ. It's ridiculous. Megan's name is Mob. And her initials spelled Mob.
Well, mine are. I tried to do it yesterday or Friday, but mine are literally tonight. Richard forgets the acronym for JCB. JCT.
I see Matthew's back, which is good. Hello.
Does that mean we get to finally look through all of the photos from touring cars?
Yes. There we go.
I don't care what you say, I'm doing it anyway. That is the wrong screen.
I've stabilised my camera because for some
The
reason...
Robloxian stuff is showing.
That is not Roblox.
That was BeamMG.
It looks like Roblox. Maybe that's an insult, though.
Yeah,
You
sorry
just-
for the quick absence
you
there.
just
How about
insulted
Dean
everyone.
Thompson winning a stage?
Yeah, good.
I never knew that one was going to happen. Did you, Matthew?
Yeah, Dean Thompson, Jeb Burton, Jeremy Clements, Matt DiBenedetto, and Anthony Alfredo. An iconic top 5 at the end of that stage.
That is the
That
most
was-
likable top 5 I've ever seen
Yeah,
in any
really.
racing series.
Yeah,
All
that
you
was
gotta
when I
do
was-
is add. All you gotta do is put Ryan Sieg in 6th, and then you've got an instantly amazing top 5. Or 6th,
was-
I should say.
It was when I was testing all the bangers out before the stream, and then I just paused it because we were actually racing. Anyway, this should be the correct one now.
Sorry, I'm
There
trying
we
to
go.
write wrongly and it's hurt my hand.
There you go, Matthew.
Alright, very good.
Oh,
A
right.
blindfolded JB.
That was when Lucy was doing her track guide. I got all of them right, bar the bonus one. There's
Hello.
the future Top Gear lineup.
Getting all these pictures in, and we're doubling up for the restart.
So there's
which
Owen,
one of you
Tom,
is going to be Jeremy Clarkson and Punch the producer?
me. I already punched JT, I think, at least 3 times that day.
The funny thing here, Matthew, is this was JB looking for drivers to interview. You zoom in here, there is Ash Sutton out of all people.
Hang on. Didn't I see him and didn't I immediately run to him?
Yes, because there is you after running.
Yeah, right. Ready for stage 3. Give it up for stage 3.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, stage 3. Let me turn my camera on.
Right, here we go then. Brandon Jones
Jump
and
scare.
Jesse Love coming into it. Oracle, all yours.
I think, just from what I have seen, and I am far from an expert eye, I think the 2 and the 20 might be the best cars here today, and they line them up on the front row here. Jones on the inside, Love to his outside, green flag goes skyward. Final stage underway here at Rockingham, just past the halfway point of this 250-lap race. Jones at the bottom of turns 1 and 2 had a nose in front. Jesse Love, though, powers around his outside. That's the best restart we've seen from anyone off the outside all day. And Love, by the time he reaches turn 3, Josh goes to the lead, and there's trouble further back. William Sawalich spins, and I think just about everyone's avoided him.
Oh, that was lucky.
How has nobody been collected there? What on earth?
I think there might have been 2 with a brush, but Solwich definitely already had bodywork damage now.
Wow.
It's going to get a new front wing. He's got Matt, it's Robin, but Robin is racing. We know yellow breeds yellows. Let's see what happens. So we can't get a tag from behind. Oh, that one was the second.
Annunziata got loose and flew off the track.
I believe it was
Guys,
Josh
can I just say,
Williams.
the wallet?
I believe it's Josh Williams in the 11 that he comes down and just gets on the right side door. It is. With an 18-year-old driver from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, William Sawalich. Caught up in a stack up there. Thomas Annunziata tried to dive it down 3 wide to the inside of Sawalich and Brennan Poole and just washed up and into Poole, which turns Sawalich, and the ARCA star, Sawalich, goes around. The rookie
I
for
will
Joe
say-
Gibbs Racing.
I will say that is just pure. And I said this is Catherine Ledge with inexperience. That's just pure inexperience from Sawalich when it comes to going for a move. Not Sawalich, my bad. Annunziata when it goes for going for a move that really you shouldn't be going for. Obviously, his background's in road courses. I think he's like a 4-time TA2 winner. Very good in that series, but that's just not really the kind of move you should be making, Thomas.
And
Also,
then-
can I just say, Sawalich, so far, is on course for being one of the biggest flops in a rookie year I've ever seen.
Taking a while for him to get the finishes that he probably deserves. Annunziata, in his 4th start this season for the Derek Cope-owned team. Driver from Colts Neck, New Jersey, just 19 years of age. That was a 19-year-old taking out an 18-year-old right there.
Competition.
Alright. I've got one other thing. Guess who's back on the lead lap? We're rolling. It's Casey Kane.
There you go.
Casey Kane's Saturday is back in effect, ladies and gentlemen.
So
yeah, as I was saying there, though, before that restart, I from what I've seen today, I think the 2 and the 20 are the best cars here, Love and Jones.
The 1 as well.
The one, Kvapil, when he was up front, he was able to hold the lead well. I don't know how he is in traffic. We haven't really seen him build his way to the front. But that would make sense with Brandon Jones. Remember, back when we raced at Rockingham on a normal basis, the best parallelism, if you will, to draw to Rockingham is Darlington. And, of course, Jones just won at Darlington a couple of weeks ago.
They've got the carving knife out.
Guys, I just spilled tons of white powder on my desk.
Yo.
Call Charlie Sheen and we're all right.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And we're off the air, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness.
I shall
Leave
give
those jokes for my live streams, please.
I shall give some context onto what I was on about. I've got some Haribo nostalgics on my desk, and I went to go get the last one out of the packet, and I kind of I've now just got tons of sugar on my desk now. There you go.
Honey, do 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 do. Okay, well, JT has to board himself up from the visit from the locals.
By the way, I just want to bring up something that you mentioned earlier, JB, of why did we leave here?
Yes, why did we?
That music just comes out and slaps you right across the face, doesn't it? We were in a time in those early to mid 2000s where the sport was just experiencing an enormous boom period, and we had the new tracks pop up in the big markets like Las Vegas, Dallas, Fort Worth, Kansas City, Chicagoland, Southern California, and then that was kind of late 90s. And then when we got into the early 2000s, the ratings were great, the track attendance was great, and NASCAR felt the need to take a date away from Darlington, take both dates away from Rockingham. They moved the Labor Day weekend, which was the Southern 500 for half a century, they moved it to California. North Wilkesboro was, of course, taken away in the late 90s. I'm just grateful that NASCAR has gotten to the point where they're returning to their root with the likes of North Wilkesboro and Bowman Gray and now Rockingham. We're back to 2 races a year at Darlington. Got the Southern 500 on Labor Day weekend again. You can't fake tradition. No matter what the sport is, you can't fake tradition.
Yeah.
And it's great to be back at Rockingham. It really is.
I mean,
I have some breaking news coming in quickly from the Arca Menard series. Cletus McFarland will be racing at Bristol. I assume people know who that is or no?
JB.
I have absolutely no idea. Enlighten us.
Oh, he's basically a YouTuber. YouTuber who does like car racing things.
He's
the guy who runs the Freedom 100, which Travis Pastrana won this year, I think.
We're coming to
Very
the green.
interesting character. JB, take this restart for us.
Green flag back out as we come down through 1 and 2. Brandon Jones immediately jumping ahead. Jesse Love just on the outside line. It's going to be the run up through turns 1 and 2. That's going to be the big kick. And Love immediately shuts down low. He would not have anything at all from Jones. Carrying up the high. Gray's coming up, battling with... Was that Sam Mayer down in on the bottom line? I can't quite tell. It's Kvapil. Kvapil's moved up the order. Jones now down to P2. Seems settled. And Love finally has a lead of the lap, Matthew. And it's mayhem.
Oh, stack up.
Yeah, this is a stack up and a half back here in the middle of the pack. Carson Kvapil, by the way, with a power move to get past Sammy Smith. Kvapil, you might be right, Jack. The one car might be better than I was giving him credit for. He's gotten by Smith and Gray on this restart, so he's up to third, in touch with the leaders Love and Jones. But yeah, this is a huge wad of traffic, JB, back here. What is it? This is outside the top 20.
Oh, a little bit down low. There's the 27 on the inside of 31, 2, 3, and 4. 91 going up high. You've got cars everywhere right now, and that's going to create a pile of congestion as Eckes moves up into 10th position as well. Oh, hello. Is that a car having trouble? No, just a twitch. Ooh. Yeah, it was a slide and a half. Caution's out, though. Something's happened. And it's a 35 that's got loose. Exit 2.
Greg Van Alst, the driver from Anderson, Indiana. Former winner at Daytona in the ARCA series from a couple of years ago. Looks like he's avoided damage.
Yeah, should have been our pole sitter, of course, let's not forget. Okay, so what do we got? That was coincidence. Oh, just lost on his own, I think.
Oh, yeah, well, Chris Wright was in the wall ahead of him. And then I guess Greg Van Alst decided to spin out of sympathy.
He decided, hey, you can't spin properly. Let me show you how it's done.
Caution out.
The difference is Chris Wright takes out others when he spins.
So, out of interest, yellow and yellow and yellow. This is our 7th of the day. We've got 111 laps to go.
Yeah, they did put this race up to 250 laps back when, again, prior to 2004, when the place shut down the Xfinity races, then the Busch Series, normally just 200 laps. They made it 250 for this weekend.
Okay, I've got some radio from Jesse Love. He's saying that Brandon Jones jumped the restart.
That explains a lot, actually, from what we saw.
If that, obviously Jesse Love's account, he could be wrong. He could just have had a lack of talent, as I like to say.
Cole says
I use the phrase "a lack of talent" a lot. I know.
Cole says before 1999, they pitted on the front straight and the back straightaway. You did not want to pit on the back stretch if it was a big disadvantage. So 99 and the pit road moved to one continuous pit lane. Oracle, what's it nowadays?
So that is right. We just have the one singular pit road. We used to have a good amount of front stretch and back stretch pit road tracks. Darlington, Martinsville, Bristol, all used to have front and back stretch pit roads, along with Rockingham. And yeah, you're right. Back in those days, with just the rules of how cautions and pit stops were at all of those tracks, you didn't want to pit on the back straightaway. In fact, you had Elliott Sadler win the 2001 Food City 500 at Bristol from the backstretch pit road. He was only the third driver to win at Bristol from the backstretch pit road, joining Davey Allison and Dale Earnhardt. It was a huge disadvantage back at those times. And now we only have one track that has split pit roads, and that's Bristol. And it's not really that much of a disadvantage anymore, because you have to now, under caution, go down, no matter where you're pitting, you have to go down both pit roads. So it's not a huge disadvantage to stop on the back anymore at Bristol.
But what a mess that race is as well. As we discussed last week.
Yes, boy, you want to talk about the week that's been on the Bristol bashing. My goodness, if you listen to Sirius XM and the NASCAR channel, it has been just a lot of people expressing their displeasure from the action last week.
We've got a certain thing here from Kevin Granville of the NASCAR Fans UK Facebook chat saying if Rockingham gets a cut date, they're definitely going to need to build more stands.
No, they don't have to.
No, it's all going to do fine, isn't it?
Again, this is kind of to the point of Bowman Gray and some of these other smaller tracks. You don't absolutely have to put in more grandstands. Make the tickets high in demand. If you keep the tickets in demand, you don't then worry about showing up on a Sunday and having the place 60 or 75% full. I don't think you have to do that. Plus, you know, there's about 32,000 grandstand seats, and then there's quite a bit of infield areas as well. So no, I don't. I mean, if you wanted to put up temporary grandstands for a cup race that seats an extra 3,000 or 5,000, okay, I can deal with. I can see that, but I don't think you have to all of a sudden come in and put an extra 10 or 15,000.
I've just been reminded of the next race where Catherine is going to be taking part, and that's Talladega.
Next week.
Yes. Good news on that front. I will be taking my laptop with me, which means I will be able to be on some form of coverage for Talladega.
Very good.
No idea how.
By the way, today we are going to get a non-Jamie McMurray Xfinity Series Rockingham winner. Jamie McMurray is in the record books as the driver that's won the last 4 Xfinity races at Rockingham, as it were. He won here in the fall of 2002, swept the races in 03, and then won in February of 04. So the last time that an Xfinity race was run here that was not won by Jamie McMurray was actually in February of 2002. It was won by South Carolina's own Jason Keller.
So a long time ago now.
Yeah.
We're coming back to Queen for the
ninth time. Jamie and the booth calling this race for the CW.
I've just got to go switch computers. I'll be right back,
Have
guys.
I physically missed a full caution? What the hell happened?
Yeah, you physically missed a full caution, mate. Don't worry, there'll be another one in a minute.
Are you guys going to keep laughing at me, or do you care to explain?
No. Ready?
It wasn't anything huge. Greg Van Alst had a single car spin, and we're back green,
Right.
JB.
Down towards turn number 1. Jesse Love's going to be a bit under pressure here as well. I wish this camera would show us what's going on in turn 1, because we can't see a thing with the graphics on our screen, which is great for commentating. Love just ahead. Jones battling with Kvapil. Gray's on his own. Coming through 3 and 4. The 20 download of Jones should have the advantage, because Kvapil's got no one behind to push him and no one in front to tow him.
Those two better sort it out pretty quickly, or Jesse Love could be gone. Love's got a really good car. Kvapil throws it into turn 1 around the outside. Jones keeps his foot in it downstairs. They come off turn 2. They're still side by side. Now Jones will let Kvapil go, and Kvapil goes up into the 2nd position. Jones in line 3rd. Taylor Gray 4th. Sammy Smith 5th. It's all behind Jesse Love, who leads with still 105 laps to go.
Yeah, oh, hello. Coming out of absolutely nowhere. Further back, so that's the 44. Who are we riding with the stop, the race to stop suicide.com car?
Daniel Dye.
Ironically enough, in 16th position. That's a strange one. Hello, JT.
We are walking a fine line.
Love by 1.1 seconds to Kvapil, Jones, Gray, Sammy Smith, the top 5 as we race on, back down into 3 and 4.
They've been on this onboard camera a lot today too, and I suppose there's a lot of action going on around Daniel Dye, but would like to see what's happening closer towards the front as Jesse Love has that lead up to 1.3 seconds. Oh, one car shoots up the racetrack. That looked like Parker Retzlaff, perhaps, with a flat right front tire. It is.
And caution's out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Oh, well, this guy. I told you, there'll be one long in a minute. What,
I don't know if that needed a yellow.
Yeah, what's JT up to?
Yeah, what is JT doing? Oh, Patrick Emmerling has gone for a spin as well. Emmerling has nosed into the inside wall on the back stretch. In the aftermath of all of that, not totally sure how that happened for Emmerling, the driver from Orchard Park, New York, western part of New York State.
So, JT's taken a camera to a window on a tripod and turned the lights out. Where do we go with that?
Managed to work that out.
What?
How did you manage to work that out just from my camera?
We saw you.
Alright. Has my camera failed, or is it just that dark?
It's just that dark. I feel like I've been kidnapped. Let's have a look at what happened, Matthew. So I think that's 2 separate incidents. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the 7's got loose on his own.
Yeah, and it may have been in reaction to Retzlaff shooting up the racetrack as abruptly as he did.
I missed a caution, I see.
It's a well-timed caution for Parker, though. He'll be able to come down pit road and, yeah, Jack, Parker Retzlaff had a flat right front tire, went up the racetrack, and it kind of just stacked everyone up, and Patrick Emmerling got hit from behind and spun round.
Doesn't Patrick Emmerling, random thing, doesn't Patrick Emmerling lead the modified points rank in the NASCAR Wheeler Modified Tour? Got first in the first race, second in the next race after that. I think he probably leads the points. Just a random thing about Patrick Emmerling, very solid modified racer. Xfinity, not so great.
Yeah, just mentioned he comes from Western New York and Orchard Park, where the Buffalo Bills play. That's a place where modifieds are very popular. Of course, they're very popular throughout a lot of the Northeast and New England states. As pit road is open, Christian Eckes, who was running in 8th, does come down pit road. He's the only of the leaders, however, to hit pit road with 100 laps to go.
This is clever, because if you pit now, you can make it on fuel. I mean, the tyres could just about do it as well. So this is actually... Yeah, look, they're all diving in. It's quite clever.
Yeah, Daniel Dye is in, Ryan Sieg. So Eckes was the first one to pit. He was 8th, and then Daniel Dye was even further back. I believe he was about 15th. Ryan Ellis is in. Anthony Alfredo also comes down.
I think, yeah, it's hard to tell who hasn't stayed out, really. They've all sort of dived in this time by.
So, yeah, to your point, I think these guys, the guys that pitted now, I think, believe they can just make it to the end here. We're probably going to go green with around 95 to go. That's probably just inside the fuel window, but they wouldn't want to see overtime. If we go to overtime, they could get tight on fuel, but probably good to the end.
By the way,
good to the end of lap 250, let's say.
Yeah, because it could go along with overtimes, the way this race is going. We have no driver tracker this weekend because NASCAR have not put it up for the trucks or Xfinity. They only really put it up when cups are here, as what we found out. So we have no driver tracker.
Oh.
Which is a shame.
Apparently we don't. Apparently they don't have driver audio either.
No, they don't have that either.
What I've seen people complaining about.
They've come here with the bare minimum, Ira. It's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Still,
does that mean no officials audio?
Not even officials, mate. No, nothing.
I'm now gonna go find a corner.
It's taken him an hour and 45 minutes to realise there isn't any audio, so... Crying in the corner might be... slightly... All I can see is the flash of his camera. It's quite... What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing? I was going to ask that question too. I didn't know if I should.
That's genuinely terrified the bleep out of me. What the hell is that? That is awful. No. No, never do that again. Ever. That is terrifying. If I showed that to my niece, she would cry. Oh my God. And she's won.
It's called being a part of a group and getting a red alert and having to check for the northern lights.
GT, the house is on fire. No, it's just the northern lights. No one got that reference. Great. Did I tell you what happened last week, Matthew? Is why you had to cover the Xfinity race was because my house nearly burned down.
I did. Yes, JT did fill me in on that. My heavens.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that everything that was caught when it was.
If it wasn't for Mum turning on the oven and it getting stuck, the gas leak would have got worse.
Oh.
Yeah, quite entertaining, really. We're going back to green. we've got an electric one now, and everyone's just slowly starting to learn how to love it. It's so different. We all liked gas, but it nearly killed us. Also, we've all been waking up now with less headaches, so that's probably the best thing.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. Had it for a couple of months now, so we're actually worried about how much we've been losing on money with gas. Brings a whole new meaning to the word cooking with gas. Right, here we go. Carson Kvapil versus Jesse Love. Oracle, over to you as JT jump scares.
Green flag waves, and Love from the outside of row 1 got away cleanly, but now Kvapil drags him back on the inside. Even start here between the 1 and the 2 cars. Love motors up around the outside of turn 2. He's got a nose in front. Kvapil tries to lasso him back in. He does by the time they go to turn 3. Kvapil gets loose. We've seen so many cars on the bottom of the banking get loose today. He makes the save, but it allows Jesse Love to sweep to the race lead.
It's wonderful how the cars sort of jump mid-corner over the bumps at the exit of the oval sections as well, the banking. It's brilliantly done. Kvapil's dropped back. Love keeps the lead of the race. 11 lead changes in this race so far, but 5 different leaders. Gray comes to the inside line, down low, tries to get ahead of Jones, who's getting a push from the 8 of Sammy Smith over the line, and that door bangs into Taylor Gray as he comes through the first 2 corners. Austin Hill now coming in for a little bit of a side draft battle on the backstretch. 36 and 130.
Yeah. That's really the first time we've mentioned Austin Hill today up towards the front. He's been able to jump up into 6th. He's right underneath the spoiler of Taylor Gray, who still tries to get around Sammy Smith. Smith crowds him down to the bottom of the racetrack towards turn 1. But yeah, this is the highest up we've seen Austin Hill today.
And that's JT's vanished, so we've had to go to battle screen as they come through. 37 again, side by side. Sam Mayer, and in the dash for cash, we've gone to a replay on the backstretch. And the cautions come out.
I'm told Justin Bonsignor.
Oh, right, what's he done?
Does that mean I get to go back upstairs now?
Oh, he's lost it on the back straight, and he smashed that cow up big time. Every panel, Matthew, looks like it's damaged.
Yeah, Bonsignor, he's hit it hard. Nose first into the inside wall. That's the second accident Bonsignor has been involved in today.
Caution number 9. Well, this is, yeah, yellows breed yellows. I didn't expect this much. At this point, I need like I need a footstool to put my feet on in the commentary box.
What happened here then? Jeb Burton. He's already loose, and a little tap from Jeb Burton. He can't save it.
Yeah.
Oh. He's already loose before Jeb Burton.
Good avoidance though from Jeb Burton.
Yeah. And Jeb's little tap just sent him over the edge there.
Oh, it's going to be a nasty hit as well. And just sort of glances down the safer barrier. And he's done for the day, we're being told. Yeah, he's done. He's out of it. Can't repair that.
Yeah, that was a big impact.
Okay. Yellow breed yellow.
By the way, if you
done.
guys could, while we're under this caution, could you tell me after I make this switch if I am echoey to you? By echoing.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yes, now you are.
Yeah.
There was a slight echo.
We'll change back. Yeah, I haven't been able to figure that out with
There's no echo now.
Yet. Yeah, I did change it back. I haven't been able to figure that out with Discord. You guys have told me that I'm very echoey when I go into the headset.
I know how to fix that. Echo cancellation. I will assist you.
Very good.
So who's going to dive down pit road then?
It looks like everybody.
Everybody in the club.
Everybody together now. Pit road.
So they're banking on a couple of more cautions. You see that chassis adjustment. Brandon said same balance here, so just a little tight. They're looking to free him up with that adjustment for fresh Goodyear tires. Sunoco Fuel has more parts in front of you, Dylan.
Yeah, both those cars at the front of the field as well, I think banking on some yellow. Jesse Love just said that we were snug on fire off. Think they might just change right side tires here, and indeed that's what they do. You see Casey Kane, another jam up with the 70. Carson Kvapil said he was tight rolling there, but he'll beat the two off pit road.
How about that? The dance?
Well, it just gets worse, doesn't it, in terms of exits on pit road today. Here, there, everywhere. Patrick Emery gets the free pass.
He's going around before that contact, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
He's going around before Jeb. I don't really think Jeb did a lot wrong there.
No.
Because if he breaks, then he just stacks up the rest of the field, likely leading to a massive pile-up, considering the lack of talent in this field sometimes.
By the way, for those listening on USRN, a reminder that the NBA playoffs underway today, and our coverage of the NBA playoffs begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with our new pregame show, USRN Game Time. That's at 8 o'clock, 2 hours from now, and leads you up to an 8:30 tip of Game 1 between Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, taking on Luka, LeBron, and the Lakers. That's tonight at 8:30 on USRN. Then tomorrow on USRN 2, it's Game 1 between the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes as the Stanley Cup playoffs get underway. We'll also have the Magic and the Celtics on USRN at 3:30, the Rockets and the Warriors, the nightcap, 9:30 on USRN. All of that tomorrow as the NBA playoffs and Stanley Cup playoffs all get started today. It's an enormously fun time of the year. Excited for it all.
I'm looking forward to it. And don't forget, we've got to start talking Wimbledon.
All right. We have a penalty for Austin Hill speeding on pit road. I feel like we've not really talked about him that much today.
Wow, it's funny you say that, because right on that restart, he jumped up to 6th, and I had made mention that's the furthest up we've seen him. We hadn't talked about him. He gets to the front, now he has a speeding penalty. My goodness.
So, 88 to go. How many more cautions?
Also, shout out to the Formula 2 stewards, by the way.
Penalties?
Who had their work cut out this evening. We have our first penalty, though, there. Ritomo Miata has a 10-second time penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. DRS activations, no penalties on track will be assessed. A few drivers have got warnings, a few drivers have got reprimands.
It's going to be quite close then. Catch the Actually, we've got F2, F1 Academy, and the F1 race tomorrow. F1 race simulcasting on the USRN 2 as always. But the main one I want to say, WEC, World Endurance Championship from Imola. That's coming up as well. We're getting ready for the green flag.
Not only are we getting ready for the green, they're getting one to go this time. The running order has now totally been flipped because the drivers that pitted at the last caution stayed out under this one. So now, we're going to have Ryan Sieg and Austin Green on the front row. Christian Eckes, Parker Retzlaff, and Daniel Dye. Those are the 5 drivers that pitted at the last caution. And you said it, Josh, in that moment. You said that was a good idea for those guys to pit. They got a quick caution. Now everyone ahead of them pits, and now they are the leaders. Let's see how long they can stay up front. Jack, could this be the day Ryan Sieg finally gets his first win?
No. Sorry to not give you hope, but no. It's not happening.
He's been so close.
It's just not happening, I don't think. Not today, anyway.
Real heartbreaks at Texas and Las Vegas last year. The real heartbreaks for Ryan.
My heart is still broken by Texas.
Oh, no kidding.
You should have said San Francisco there. I thought I was a fan for a second. Not kidding. Where are they taking this place in this interview? Heaven? Look at this. Blue skies all the way around.
I mean, Rockingham's pretty close, I'll give you that.
Well, and I will say, the racetrack is up. Like, it is up well over sea level. It is basically on top of a big mountain with, again, a rock.
Really?
So, yeah, it is elevated up there. As we come to the green, Josh, let's see what we're going to get. We've had a lot of yellow fever, a rash of yellow fever lately. Let's see if we can go green and get some laps in.
It's been a bit rocky, these restarts, but we're 3 wide already, making 4 wide and already getting loose. Was that Parker Redslav as well as the 10 getting in with Daniel Dye. Redslav going on the inside. Look at Kvapil on the outline. Wow. Ryan C gets the lead. Already got a 2/10 advantage to come through. And so far, Daniel Dye and Parker Redslav getting a bit too close to my liking, with Daniel Dye very loose in the first 2 corners.
Yeah, Carson Kvapil was in the back of Daniel Dye on the restart. Dye just could not get it going. He is really backslid. Sieg is away with the lead. Eckes is hot to trot in second. Retzlaff third. Taylor Gray, Carson Kvapil, Jesse Love trying to carve through this traffic and get back to where they were prior to the caution. And really, it looks like Taylor Gray's done that better than Kvapil and Love. He's gotten already through Austin Green, and Love and Kvapil still have to get by that Raspberry number 87.
Love having to be backed up as well. He had nowhere to go. Now gets door banged as well from Kvapil. And he's getting the push from Sammy Smith just behind. Remember, Kvapil and Sammy Smith battling for the dash for cash. They're leading that run at the moment as we come out of the backstretch once more. Here's a replay of the start.
Yeah, Daniel Dye in the 10, second on the outside, just couldn't get going. And Kvapil ducked to the outside. Dye tried to slam the door, and Kvapil was not going to let out of the throttle there. And that's why Dye got blitzed on the restart. But Ryan Sieg away with this lead here. Christian Eckes in the Collie car behind him second. Then it's Retzlaff, Gray, and now Love has gotten by, or he's trying to get by Green here in turn 1. Love on the inside should dispose of Austin Green straight away. He does. Now Sammy Smith will try.
Has Love got something caught in his radiator grill there? Some sort of red flap on the inside. That not going to cause too much fun, but can you see it? It looks like something's fallen into it and got stuck on the grill. So, yeah, a bit unusual. We have little red winglets, but that's like a proper big, massive, fat red thing I don't remember seeing so far today.
Might have put some extra tape on there to try to get some downforce on the nose for this last run when he was on pit road, perhaps. He's trying to get around his teammate Sammy Smith here and get around Austin Green. Austin Green's done a great job at defending here, and Kvapil got loose off the corner. Smith gets by him. Harrison Burton now will, and Sam Mayer's there too. Yeah. Kvapil in trouble here.
Yeah, Waffle really is. Kvapil's just going to... Oh, look at that. He's completely lost out. Through half the field, sort of passing him in the middle of turn 2. And now he's battling with Sam Mayer. Mayer's on the low line. Going to get tapped to 25. Harrison Burton trying to kick him through turns 3 and 4. And Green and Burton now coming up together as well. Zilic moving up the order. Now he's going on the inside of the 87 to Green through 1 and 2. So Connor Zilic now making progress as he fights his way from the back of the field.
Well, we know Zilic has a very fast race car, qualified the fastest of anyone. Even though he didn't get to start on the pole, he was the fastest qualifier. It's taken him this whole time to get up in towards the top 10. So Zilic trying to become a factor here late in this race.
So 2 contacts in the opening 5 laps of this restarts for Kvapil. And it just, whoa, bang, bang. How long until he goes boom, boom?
Ryan Sieg, by the way. Now, Ryan Sieg, what was that about can't make it to the end?
Zilic can't make it to the end. He's told just to race because he needs to get the fuel.
Oh, okay.
Well, Sieg, Eckes, and Retzlaff, the top 3 drivers here, they pitted with about 100 laps to go, so they're very tight on fuel. Sieg has jetted out here to about a 2 3/4 of a lead on Eckes, so he's gotten some breathing space on Eckes and Retzlaff, but it's a long way to go for that top 3 on fuel. And what's interesting, too, is Taylor Gray has gotten by Love and Kvapil on this restart, so now he's the front runner of the guys that pitted under this most recent caution.
Rear sliding again. I don't think I remember a track so much on the NASCAR schedule where the rear is just massively stepping out at every opportunity. It's fantastic. You forget what Rockingham can do to you.
And just think, this is after a repave.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If we let the track get seasoned for another 5 years, oh my gosh, everybody will be losing at every corner.
I can't wait. I want this back every year. I want this back as the race 2 of the year, like it was in the glory days. It's amazing, this place, isn't it? I'm glad it's being shown off just as it was. Doesn't feel like anything's changed, does it?
Yeah, they've done a great job getting the track ready, promoting it properly. It's awesome to see, and it's awesome for Ryan Sieg to be looking in his rearview mirror and not seeing any pressure at the back door. He has 5 career second-place finishes. That's the second most in series history without a win. We all know who's number 1 in that category, Sheldon Creed, with 14 second-place finishes without a win.
The bridesmaids.
But Ryan Sieg has 5 of those, and he's yet to win. Talk about how close he was last year on a couple of occasions in Texas and Las Vegas.
I think there are 5 cautions in this stage. 4 cautions in stage 3. And then a couple in stage 1 as well, but 9 in total. Just adding those up on the screen, that was the top of my eye line. Justin Allgaier going to lead the championship points on 420 with Sam Mayer on 341 as a quick heads up as we come through onto the backstretch. Up 60 of 130 of this stage. About 181 coming up of 250, 70 to go, coming up on 69 to go. As we see Parker Retzlaff coming up.
Yeah, Retzlaff has not been able, or Eckes rather, has not been able to pull away from
Poole got
Retzlaff.
loose.
Brennan Poole got very loose out of turn 4, just in front of Jeb Burton and Casey Kane. 3 wide around there. Kane with that damaged car is back on the lead lap, trying to pick up some positions. And there's trouble in front of him on the back straightaway. You've got Kyle Sieg spinning, and behind him Ryan Ellis is plowed into someone. He goes around and hits the inside wall, and those two have crashed on the back straightaway to bring out another yellow. Kyle Sieg was the first one to go around, and then Ryan Ellis for the DGM Racing team. Southern Elevator on the hood and quarter panels of his car this weekend goes around, and that's a shame for Ryan, the driver from Torrance, California.
Okay, so Ryan Ellis then. Bumper's done. I reckon that's an out day done for him. That is a big shame. 10th caution of this race. Technically the 8th with the 2 we had for stages. Let's see what happens. Car's coming down low. Oh, and the 28 just loses on his own and then just collects the rest of the field that's swiping through.
Oh, wow, and Ryan Ellis just pile drove into the back of someone.
Can't quite tell who on the top of our monitor there. Kyle Sieg. Yeah.
There he is. Bam.
JB.
Yes, hello. Quite tell on the angle.
Was that a certified Arca Brakes moment?
I think it was, wasn't it? It felt like it. Craziness of this race. Caution,
This is going to help
number
those
10.
who need to pit for fuel right now.
Yeah, and who did you say had problems?
So the top 3, the top 3 that are on camera now, Sieg, Eckes, and Retzlaff all pitted with about 100 laps to go. But if you're running first, second, or third right now, I don't think you can pit right here. I think you've got to keep your track position and try to save fuel.
Plus, if there's more cautions, you're going to save that fuel anyway.
Right.
So it was marginal to make it on 100 to go. I reckon just stay where you are.
Yeah, I agree. Especially for those drivers who really don't have a lot to lose. I mean, you got C going for his first win, Eckes going for his first win, Retzlaff going for his first win, especially Parker, who's with an underdog kind of team. Sieg is also with an underdog team, even though he punches above his weight every week here. But, yeah, they're desperate to get those first wins. I would just stay out, keep that track position.
Definitely, I'm with you. Just hold it back time and time again. So, everybody having a good day. Although, I will admit, after 2 hours of this and 10 cautions, and minus, out of the car, day done, does not look happy. Garrett Smithley is the free pass. I reckon that 66 to go, another at least 40 minutes running, maybe. 23-second lap. That is 20, 40, 60, 3 laps per minute. So 3, 6, 9. 9 laps every 3 minutes.
What time did you say you
15,
were gonna?
20. So 20 laps every 10 minutes. Got about half an hour left.
What time did you ask me if we were going to be out by?
Midnight. 11 midnight, somewhere around there.
Well, what did I say?
No, you said 1 a.m. I said we might be better.
I said closer to 1 a.m. than your abomination of will we be out of the commentary box by 11 p.m.
Well, I was hopeful, and we probably would have been if it wasn't for these cautions. That's taken up a lot of the time. How long have we spent under yellow? Oh, it doesn't tell us that. It tells us red flag time. 57 laps have been spent under yellow. I can tell you that much. So, that's a lot of time. Dear, 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 dear.
Okay, so
apparently they keep spinning off coming to turn 2. If there was this many cautions in F1 race, the drivers would probably protest. Ha! You wait until Saudi Arabia tomorrow, Cole. Go on, JT.
It's been confirmed that John Bennett did not follow the safety car through the pit lane.
Okay, I was wondering what that was about with all that mess.
A 10-second time penalty with 3 points added
to his license.
Yeah. But yes, he was ordered to go down the pit lane.
Ooh, excuse me.
Austin Green and Jeb Burton on pit road this lap, under caution.
I love hearing the 5. I like that. It's addictive old school.
Yeah, it's awesome sound. Really is.
Satisfying one.
I was doing something. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I'm ready for bed.
Oh no, John Bennett went down the pit lane himself because he knew he was in the wrong position.
Yes.
So here we go. I just got confirmation on this. Sieg, Eckes, and Retzlaff, their tires are 10 laps older than everyone behind them. Gray, Love, Smith, Zilich, Mayer, Kvapil, and Burton. So, fourth on back have 10 lap fresher tires in the top 3.
Is that a big disadvantage here? I'm not entirely sure they're going to be surfacing.
I don't think so.
If we were talking about the old Rockingham, back in the day, Rockingham, yeah, 10 laps would be a big deal. With the repave, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it is a deal, but it's not a big deal.
I'm going to be looking forward to it.
I don't think it's a death sentence for these top 3. I mean, we saw Sieg on that last run stretch out his lead to nearly 2 seconds.
There we go. So I'm just fixing some errors up here in the booth. That's been triggered by the box. There we go.
By the way, you had Tyler Ankrum win the truck race last night. Was his first win in over 100, I think it was 130 races. Now, tonight, you have Ryan Sieg. He could get his first career win in his 377th career start.
Still truck stat for you.
It would really be a feel-good story if Ryan won this race. He has been in this series for so long with his family-run team. He's come close on multiple occasions, including losing in a photo finish at Texas last year. It would be the ultimate feel-good story if Ryan Sieg could win this race.
One to go.
Absolutely.
Jack?
I thought I'd give you a little fun truck stat here. Tyler Ankrum broke a 130 race winless streak last night.
Yeah.
He, of course, that is the longest streak to ever be broken in the truck series.
Yeah, right. There's that photo finish at Texas from last year. Look how close Sieg was to getting that first win last year. Ugh.
Utter pain.
Just incredible the photo finishes we had across NASCAR last year. It's ridiculous.
Well, we are.
Between that one, Cup at Kansas, and then Cup's 3-wide photo at Atlanta. Remarkable.
I still think Glenn was my favourite finish that year, to be honest.
Oh, goodness, yeah, that was great, too. So we're going to get a restart with 62 laps to go. Still a long way to go. These yellows have certainly slowed the pace, JB. Let's see who gets the better of this restart. Will it be Sieg, Eckes, or will it be someone beyond the front row?
Feels only right to do it at least once in an old school circuit. Boogie! Let's go racing, boys! Good start from Sieg coming down low. Look again from Love. Just catapults round the outside. Already up into third position and challenging the leaders. Touches the wall. Coming out of turn 2. And that puts Ryan Sieg under pressure. Love darted back down and takes second position. Oh, brilliant cutback.
Eckes just ran out of room coming off turn 2, and now that's trouble for Ryan Sieg, that Jesse Love has gotten through the barrier, if you will, of Retzlaff and Eckes. Retzlaff and Eckes, who are running wheel to wheel in turn 2, just staying off of each other, leaning on each other down the back straightaway with Sammy Smith and Sam Mayer following. That's a terrific battle from third on back, but now the story is Jesse Love trying to run down and pass Ryan Sieg.
Here it is again, so it's out. Love goes down low, touch as well. Again, coming in from the 16 of Christian Eckes, and just Love, again, having reactions like a lion, really, isn't it? And now the 8 and the 4 battling together. Sammy Smith up high, Paco Reslov down low, and Sam Mayer in there too in the mix. It's over 4, 5, and 6.
Looked like Carson Kvapil may have knocked the wall a little bit there off of turn 2 as Mayer pushes Sammy Smith into turn 1. Now Parker Retzlaff will charge back on the bottom. Connor Zilich in the thick of this. This is a 6-pack going towards turn 3 as Smith now yanks that Chevrolet to the bottom of the track in turn 3 to get ahead of Parker Retzlaff, who continues to duel with Sam Mayer.
Already, do you know what this is feeling like? It looks faster and it feels fast racing. We haven't had that, I think, since what? Atlanta? Maybe? How the field looks quick. A lot of intermediate and slow running circuits now, even though we're not at a super speedway, it feels faster. It's unusual how the eyes are tricking you. Great camera work from CW.
And I can guarantee you that these are some of the fastest lap times ever run by this series at Rockingham. Because of the repave, they are flying around this racetrack. Haven't talked a lot about Justin Allgaier today, but he's cracked the top 10 here. He's battling Taylor Gray for the 8th position. They race towards turn 3. Carson Kvapil watches that battle every step of the way. Harrison Burton's there too, as Allgaier is able to thrust his Chevrolet to the inside of the Toyota Supra of Taylor Gray.
Coming in once more. 2 wide as we see the battle for 8 continuing on. Allgaier's going up high. Kvapil's coming down low. Gray's coming in as well. Middle line now goes up close to the barrier on the back stretch towards 3 and 4. And takes that middle grooved line in. Kvapil almost touching the apron coming in. JT, this is getting close racing now. They're touching door to door. And we've got 54 to go.
Yeah, absolutely down in towards turn 1. Will they make it 3 wide? No, they go against it, does Carson Kvapil. Look how close that is between those two, a little bit further behind in the battle behind. That's the 20 and the 25 getting involved.
Who was that coming out of pit lane? Is that...
I think that was Greg Van Alst again, spinner from earlier. Really tight racing here between Kvapil and Gray. And Jesse Love, by the way, has not been able to get right to the bumper of Ryan Sieg as Jones gets really loose out of turn 2, trying to pass Harrison Burton. He slows up, and that opens up the door behind him. So this is really good stuff here. Anthony Alfredo and Nick Sanchez trying to get around Brandon Jones.
Loving
But
this.
Ryan Sieg has done a good job off the restart, JB, at holding that lead against Love. His lead is 3/4 of a second.
Yeah, but can he hold on for another 50 laps? We're getting faster now. If we're getting a good run here, we'll really tick them down when we need them to. But this is absolutely spectacular from Ryan Sieg. He's kept that momentum from the, well, just great planning, really, with not stopping, saving the fuel, and just going hell for leather. Now, still on board. That's the 33, who's had so many issues out there today of Casey Kane. Well on board, I believe, with Blaine Perkins, who's running in 25th position, I want to say. I think we were.
Dan Mayer trying to get around Parker Retzlaff. This is at the 5th position. Retzlaff is held on nicely to a top running position here with 10-lap older tires than the guys he's running around. By the way, for the Dash for Cash, Sammy Smith leads that battle. He's in 4th. Allgaier is 8th. Kvapil is 9th. Jones is 12th. Those are the 4 drivers. This is the last of the Dash for Cash races.
Yeah, so would that be Sam Smith taking it all then, did you say?
He would take the 100,000 if it stayed this way.
The Dash for Cash adds a little bit of intrigue, doesn't it? Like the trip up with the what we had in the trucks last night. That was a bit more entertaining.
Allgaier, of course, he's won the first 3 Dash for Cash. He's gotten a pretty good chunk of cash in the Dash for Cash races as we are inside the final 50 laps here. 49 laps to go, and Sieg's lead is growing. It's now at 9/10 of a second on Love. Eka still holds tight in 3rd. I think so many people are sitting on pins and needles here for Ryan Sieg, but there's such a long way still to go.
Sort of weird. You want to sort of claw the race back, don't you? It's so entertaining already. Jack, what you got?
Zilich nearly lost it there. My goodness. That car is loose. It's fast. It's very loose. We see a Junior Motorsports trio right here.
It feels like every week we watch the Xfinity series, the JRM cars are always right together. And they are here. They're 4th, 7th, 8th, and 9th right now, these JRM cars. Remember at Las Vegas, they took, I think, the first 4 starting positions.
They were everywhere, weren't they, in that one? I'm enjoying it. This is what we wanted with Xfinity. As it's a great week for Cup, so this is our only NASCAR action alongside the trucks of the weekend. This is our last one, I'm trying to say. As again, we're going to see Allgaier and Zilich just close up. Looks like Kvapil's just sort of lifted, giving it a bit of a tow. There's Sam May in the 41, running in 6th. Right now, Ryan Sieg leads this race by 7/10. But is Love waiting for more cautions? As on the inside now at 3 and 4, Allgaier goes to the move and gets past Connor Zilich.
But of course, Love's car has been at its best today the longer as the run has gone on, too. Into a long run is when Jesse's been able to make the most of his passes. So he's probably just biding his time here. He's got 45 laps. He's hoping it stays green the rest of the way, really for 2 reasons. 1, because he knows he has a long-run car, and 2, if it stays green the rest of the way, Ryan may be close on fuel. So Love is more than happy to see this thing stay green for the next 44 laps.
Sanchez back up to 13th place ahead of Alfredo. I think Ryan Sieg saving fuel.
And with all of the yellow laps, all the caution laps, he's had ample time to save fuel. Oh, Carson Kvapil gets loose out of turn 4, right across the nose of Brandon Jones. I don't know how they didn't make contact.
That was super duper close, wasn't it, coming through the final 2 corners. Kvapil's going to have a less advantage down the back stretch as well. Are we going to see a little move on the inside from Brandon Jones? No, he plays it safe, chooses the high line through 3 and 4, doesn't want to get involved in a caution-causing event. He knows how detrimental that would be to his plans. He tries to go high, coming through 3 and 4, but he's just too far back.
No quarter asked for and no quarter given between these two, as Carson Kvapil is holding on to that 9th position like a Rottweiler with a rump roast. Jones again climbs the banking up out of turn 4, can't find a way around Kvapil.
I like that one. That's going in the notebook for that as a stinger. Yeah, so still, it's looking good actually. As I'm just taking a look, Love now 5 tenths behind Ryan Sieg, but they're going to start hitting traffic soon on the lap traffic run, so that's going to be a big disadvantage. Again, Jones now trying the high line around Kvapil over the run. He's going to lead that lap in front of him, but is he going to be able to cut it down to 1 and 2? I don't think he's got the momentum. Matthew coming onto the back stretch, going to really get the power. He's done it. Oh, I'm surprised. Outside 1 and 2. High line works.
Carson got loose again. We've seen cars on the bottom getting loose all day. He got very loose on the exit. So Jones gets that 9th position. Meanwhile, as the run has gone on and as Sieg has caught some lap traffic, Jesse Love is closing in on the race leader. And Sieg's going to tiptoe his way around Patrick Emmerling, but Love has really knifed into this lead as now he cuts to the bottom here on the main straightaway. He clears the Emmerling car, now sets the bullseye directly on the back of Ryan Sieg's Ford Mustang.
If Love is smart here, and I think JT will agree, he'll wait and just let Ryan Sieg clear the lap traffic and do him in the last 10 laps.
Yeah, that's a possibility, but it also depends. Is he waiting for another caution?
Jack, what would you do? Wait for the caution or go for it?
I'm a pretty aggressive racer, so I'd just go for it personally, but smart move is obviously to wait and see what happens. There's no lap traffic right now, and Ryan Sieg obviously is going to have to save some fuel if he wants to make it to the end. Jesse should be fine to go to the end, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
So,
Jesse should be good. Yeah, Jesse should be good on fuel, and honestly, Ryan's had so many caution laps to save, he might be okay now too. The one thing that I would say about Jesse going for it is if we get another caution, he would not want to be caught second and have to restart on the outside. That outside line on restarts has not gotten going today, so if he can get the lead and have it just in case a caution were to come out, he needs to grab it.
Yeah, he's lucky. Do you see what I mean about that red panel on the inside line of Love? I hadn't spotted that until past this stage. Looks like they have put a bit of tape on it just to get a bit of traction. He's got so much more speed coming down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4, but Ryan Sieg has got track position. Love's going to try and go the high line, but he knows that Ryan's going to drift back up. It's the rear sliding. It's the old Rockingham slide coming through 3 and 4 at the exit.
And these cars are reacting to this racetrack just like the cars did react to this racetrack all those years ago in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, where Rockingham gave us some of the best racing in all of NASCAR as Love climbs the banking between turns 3 and 4, wants to get that run off of the corner. He has gotten it. He's still in the tire tracks of Sieg, however, as they race to turn 1 with 33 laps to go.
I'm going to say it. We're watching a classic race right now. This is going to be talked about for years to come. Look at that, Love literally bumping the rear, trying to go down low. He's almost on the apron, coming through 3 and 4. It's Love on the low line, Sieg on the high. Love's literally sliding. He's controlling the rear. He's leaving 11 since it crossed the line, and they're still bumping door to door.
Side by side as they cross the line, just as close as Harry Gant and Bill Elliott here back in the 80s. Love has a nose in front exiting turn 2, squeezes up, has not gotten Sieg cleared. They'll run elbow to elbow down the back straightaway and into 3. Sieg trying to keep Love pinched down on the bottom, take the air away from him, and he's done it. Sieg's held on to the lead somehow.
Look at Love's bonnet just flapping away when the aero changed. Round of applause for the big guy. You can't help but watch as well, a smile on your face. This is spectacular. 31 laps to go, and it's Ryan Sieg and Jesse Love battling hard at the front, and it is a proper, classic, old-school American NASCAR race at Rockingham.
Love is so good coming out of turn 2. He just rockets up off of turn 2 and just eats up Sieg's deficit. Again, he's diamonding the corner. He doesn't get as good of a run this time out of 2. Sieg is able to hopscotch away by a couple of car lengths. But how long can he absorb the punches from Jesse Love here? We've got 30 coming to 29 laps to go, and it just feels like that might be too long for Sieg to play defense.
Bob Potcraft's reporting that Love's been told to cool everything down, and he's got plenty of time to make another run at Ryan Sieg. So that might just be, that's your first go, cool down, go again soon.
Yeah, no reason to overcook the tires here. He still has loads of time, 28 to go when they cross the line. So Jesse Love is still sitting in the proverbial catbird seat here to get around Ryan Sieg. But Ryan played that so perfectly defensively, staying in the middle of the racetrack and pinching Jesse down as low as he could. Try to use the aero advantage. He's got to use every advantage he's got right now, Ryan, because it's pretty clear Jesse Love has the better car and the better tires and the better fuel strategy.
Already, race of the year, and we aren't even anywhere near the ending. This is just spectacular. So, and look, Jones has passed Redcliffe, and we've got a car slow down the back straight. That's just getting out of the way, I think, of the lap traffic, hopefully. But yeah, so Jones up to 6th. Parker Redcliffe is down into 7th, St. Main 8th position. So the dash for cash is running together, and Kvapil trying to close back up. He's 2 to 3 seconds back from that battle.
I've got an update via Joe Sprigley. We're hearing that drivers like Jesse Love and Sam Mayer are about 5 to 7 laps short.
Oh my God!
What was that?
However,
Jesse Love?
Love might be 5 laps short of fuel.
Well, if he's 5 laps short, then Sieg's got to be 15 laps short, because Sieg pitted 10 laps earlier than Jesse. So if Jesse's short, then Sieg's definitely not going to make it. Here comes Love. He got that great run out of turn 2 again. Pulls right up to the bumper cover and Sieg down the backstretch. He's going to get right to him in turn 3, trying to loosen Ryan Sieg up. The door slightly ajar. Love trying to run through it. Sieg protects as they come to the line.
Lap traffic down low. Love's got the inside line, but Ryan Sieg's going to shut that door. Getting a bit too tight through 1 and 2. Side by side the backstretch. Sieg's ahead, nearly touching the wall. Love's getting the toe into 3 and 4 as you come down. Swing low.
Oh, we got a caution. Got a caution.
Well, that's good for fuel. That's good for fuel. And is that going to change anything? Would Ryan Sieg pit? And it's the 31 that's touched the wall.
So it's Blaine Perkins who has come to a stop on the exit of turn 4 up against the wall. And now this changes absolutely everything. I think everyone's got to pit now. You cannot stay out on tires that old. Well, I think everyone's going to have to pit now. Oh my gracious.
That's heartbreak for Ryan Sieg. But it's a miracle for Jesse Love. Right, what happened? Oh, it's a tyre failure. Big tyre failure.
Merciful heavens.
That is effectively like when you're ice skating and you fall and you just continue, you just can't stop. 2 flat tires, my goodness.
Wow, so now we're going to get about a 17 or 18 lap dash here. And I think you have to pit now. Everyone does. And now that's disadvantage to Ryan Sieg. This is an underfunded, family-owned team, and pit road is not their strong suit, especially when they have to go up against the elite teams like Richard Childress Racing, Colleague, JRM, and JGR. I don't think Ryan Sieg wanted to see this caution, despite all the pressure he was feeling from Jesse Love.
JT, what do you got for us?
Ryan Sieg has been told, save, save, save.
Oh, he's not going to pit.
If he's being told save, I guess they're not going to pit. But see, Ryan's in a no-win situation now. When you're the leader in a situation like this, if you stay out, everyone behind you is going to pit. If you pit, everyone behind you is going to stay out.
This is going to be close. JT, what you got for us?
Nothing. But yeah, absolutely amazing analysis from you a couple moments ago, JB.
What was I saying?
I can't remember. It's just stuck in my head.
Oh, the ice skating.
Yeah.
JT over there acting like the Fox pit reporters. What do you have for us? Nothing.
Oh, hello. Someone diving down pit road. Oh, very late call there.
Retzlaff, Zilich, Kvapil, Harrison, Burton, and Nick Sanchez. So the top 6 did not pit. So top 6 are going to stick it out on those old tires.
That's the best thing that Ryan Sieg could have seen, because if we have Love told to turn his fans off.
Yeah, and that's just to cool down the brakes, which in turn cools down the tires a bit for the restart.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, the whole race has just been spectacular. I don't know what in the world the finish is going to give us, but the race itself, you mentioned it a moment ago, JB, this has, like, NASCAR Race of the Year qualities to it. I mean, this has been great. There's not been a dull moment.
Sanchez, Burton, Zilich, Parker Rezav, Kvapil, Williams. That's the 6 off pit road. Look how they run. And you're right, Matthew, this is Race of the Year, and this is the 48 and the 81. No, sorry, 91, beg pardon. Have a bit of a brush together. This is amazing. This is, imagine if we were racing with Cup. Honestly, what would we see? Xfinity delivering a absolute banger over Easter weekend.
Yeah, again, who knows? Maybe the Cup Series comes here next year. If it does, you'll see a completely different race because of how different the cars are. But nevertheless, the racetrack and certainly the fans showing out the way they have proven that this is a track that deserves NASCAR to be at it in some form or fashion. Also, the Dash for Cash here is going to be up for grabs on the restart. You're going to have Smith, Allgaier, and Jones right together at 4th, 5th, and 6th, and Kvapil on fresh tires back at 16th, running for the $100,000.
By the way, Casey Kane speeding on pit road to the rear.
Tough day for Casey.
Anyone think he's undercover?
As a rookie, nearly won here in 2004. Finished second to Matt Kenseth in a photo finish. Last Cup race ever run here.
I have no idea what we're about to witness.
That was in the Evernham number 9 car, by the way, that he was driving in, and that same Evernham number 9 car dominated at Rockingham in the fall of '03 and got Bill Elliott's last career Cup Series win.
My goodness. Cup Series was 20 years ago, right?
This is the choose. We know Sieg's going to choose the bottom. Does Love go up top? He does. Like I said, that outside line has not been getting good restarts today. Jesse's going to have to clean those tires up to make sure he doesn't spin those rear wheels when he gets into the restart zone. And for Ryan Sieg, he's got to have the best restart of his life right here. If he can nail the restart, have Jesse Love have to battle with guys, and Sieg can go out and take a 1.5 second lead, he may just be home free.
Joe, I'm nervous.
I am too.
I don't get why. It's so weird. But the tension.
You're gonna hate me
for
saying this right here. Casey Kane to the rear, speeding on pit road.
Oh no, yeah, I've got that, yeah.
Okay.
Right, here we go. I'm nervous. Matthew's nervous, JT's nervous, Jack's nervous, everybody watching.
I'm not.
Why aren't you nervous? Do you have any emotion?
I don't know. I am.
Jack the
I
robot.
don't think JT ever gets nervous, though.
only when he hears me say, I've got a great idea. Here we go, Matthew.
Will do.
Ready for a start.
With 18 laps to go, what kind of restart do these front row guys get? Sieg takes off, and Love does spin the rear wheels. Ryan Sieg has the whole shot. He'll lead to turn 1. Now Jesse Love tries to reload and recoil off the top of turn 2. He's done so. He's stayed in second. Now he charges to the back bumper of Ryan Sieg, and it's Sieg and Love who now reload their battle for the lead and the win as they sweep up out of turn 4 with 17 laps to go.
What's really helping here is that Sam Smith's backed up an awful lot coming out of the backstretch. So now Love, again, it's just exactly what it was before the caution. It's a perfect reset. Love's got a great drive down the backstretch. Is he going to think about a move this early on? But they've got to take their time. We could end up with a late caution and overtime coming. Love looking low. Sieg's going to have to go defensive. Love is all over the back as we come over. 16 laps to go here at Rockingham.
And I think Sieg learned off that last run, if Love gets close, you're going to have to protect the top and keep Love pinched on the bottom. Now, Sammy Smith closes right in on this duo, and it might be a 3-horse race. Here's Love in turn 3. He does take it to the bottom. Sieg washes up. They come off turn 4. Love is sideways, keeps his foot in it, and the caution is out.
Love was in the lead. Love was in the lead.
And Daniel Dye has crashed in turn 4. It brings out the yellow, and I think you're right. I think Love had a nose in front at the time of caution.
Yeah, I'm 90% certain that he was ahead at the line. But that angle, is always different now. Look, they're going to go side by side, and they'll have to take it. Oh, and Casey Kane in more trouble as well. On the back stretch. He was at the back anyway. Jack.
Sieg ruled as the race leader.
Sieg is the... Wow! Wow, I was
him.
sure Love had it by a fraction. But it was a time caution. Yeah. Well, that's why we have the cameras, everybody. So Ryan Sieg will get another go.
I don't know who I want to win more here. For Jesse Love, it would be his first. Oh, let's have a look at this.
Oh, that's 3 into 1.
Who is that? That's Daniel Dye, Casey Kane, and possibly Ryan Ellis. All right, I'm sorry, not Ryan Ellis.
91.
He's crashed out. That's the 91 of Josh Balicki, not the 71. Sorry.
It was hard for him to tell from that angle. It's been a long day, Matthew. Oh, and he just got tagged.
Yeah, long shadows starting to develop as we get to past 6:30 local time in Rockingham, North Carolina.
12th caution of the night. 12 cautions at Rockingham.
There have been more cautions than I thought there would be, honestly.
The Xfinity Series, what did you expect, Matthew?
We have had 14 lead changes among 7 different drivers, and Ryan Sieg has led the most laps of anyone. He's led 75 laps.
He deserves to win it then. I'll take my seat. Is it choose already? No. Is it?
Looks like it.
They're certainly acting as if it is. That would be really quick. Surely they haven't given one to go yet. No.
No.
That's just Jesse Love and Ryan Sieg being a bit daft. Ah, is that Love trying to grip in the high line of the restart?
Could be. Very well could be.
Because he did burn up his rear tires a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, that outside line just hasn't gotten going all day long, and it didn't on that last restart either. In fact, Love did a masterful job keeping it wound up in the top of the banking so he didn't lose more time off that restart. So now, same thing as the last restart. Ryan cannot make a mistake, and Jesse has to limit the damage that he gets from that outside line.
3.5 minutes. Can they behave themselves for 3.5 minutes? No, of course they can't.
Sammy Smith's in the top 3, of course they can't.
And apparently this is the moment of caution that we're seeing on our screens, and Sieg was just in front by basically the length of the splitter on the bottom of the car. Yeah, there's the yellow light on. So yeah, that's a good job by NASCAR that Sieg was just in front.
I wish CW's graphics were a bit better. Glitching out like crazy, but yes, it was.
And there are 8 scoring loops around the track. And they had actually just crossed the 7th scoring loop. The 7th scoring loop is basically at pit entrance. So, again, when it's not for the finish of the race, it's based on the last past scoring loop, not video and photo review like it is when it's the end of the race, the finish of the race. Oh, my goodness.
I've been told that my bedtime is in 45 minutes. I don't think I will sleep. This is amazing. And work play tomorrow as well. Kids here for Easter Sunday. And of course, it is Easter. Which also means Easter eggs.
That's right.
But we've been good this year. I've only got 3. That's only because...
Is Ryan out of gas?
No! No!
They couldn't be sure, and I think he did just run out.
Oh, no! Oh. No! No! He's out of gas!
I think it sputtered on him, and the rule is you have to maintain caution speed. So it's gotten back going again, but he's not going to be able to keep the lead. He's going to have to restart 3rd now. And if it's sputtering on him, he's not going to make 10 laps. It's just not going to... It might be out now.
But what about Love? Love too. JT?
Not worth it, Ryan.
Hello?
I thought you said it was Jack who was saying pits.
Yeah, Ryan. Oh, gosh.
No! That's so unfair!
Yeah, it just keeps sputtering. It's getting some fuel in the pickup, but it keeps hiccuping. And now he's gone even further back. Now he's going to have to restart in row 4. So now the restart has totally changed, guys. Jesse Love is the control car, but he had already chosen the outside. So now the inside is Sammy Smith, and he's got the advantage here all of a sudden.
What on earth is going to happen?
I have a spoiler. So
Ready.
I'll let you guys see.
Ready. Green. What are we going to have? Jesse Love.
Eckes is out.
Big
Eckes
one.
is out.
Huge one. Over the line. Oh, and there goes.
Carson, no, never mind. I was going to say Carson saved that fair play.
Well,
that all-star Christian Eckes was on the outside of row 2, and he ran out of fuel right when the green flag waved, and it just stacked everybody up. And now we've got a mass crash here. Justin Allgaier involved. Nick Sanchez, Ryan Sieg was swept up in it. Christian Eckes could not get going from the outside of row 2, and that stacked everyone up.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I said just before we went to the restart zone, but my mic was on mute? I literally said, thinking my mic was unmuted, watch Eckes, and then that happened.
I did see your mouth move, yeah.
Brandon Jones is on pit road.
Oh, I think we're going to have to go...
Oh, oh me.
I think Eckes, he ran out of gas. I think we're going to go red flag here.
The big one.
Yeah, so there was when I said watch Eckes, but my mic was muted.
It just comes through. It's just a massive train wreck on the restart.
Omi just messaged me, by the way, saying, what in the banger racing was that restart?
Yeah, Eckes just couldn't get going, and it stacked everyone up.
Right, so cleaning up this with 8 to go, this would trigger the red flag procedure. So wait to see what's going to happen. Will we go red, or will we just go? No, well, fine. Let's go back.
And Jesse Love has to be thinking, "Are you kidding me?" Because he actually got a good restart from the outside line for once, and then the caution comes out, and he's going to have to do it again.
But can he now control the inside line?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who was in front at the time of caution. So he might be the leader.
Love's got it on my timing screens, but yeah, nothing ever changed.
Let's see.
Red flag. They've stopped the race for cleanup. Red flag is out.
I've got the same thing too. I've got Love as the leader, so yeah, he will be the control car.
So race suspended while we clean up this mess.
Well, I will say one thing. We got a chance for some guys who aren't usually near the front to get some good points here now.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeb Burton, Parker Retzlaff. Harrison Burton's up there.
I take it they can't refuel as well. Is this good? Oh, and Sammy Smith. Oh, they're stopping them on the circuit.
Is Sammy out of fuel, or is he just stopping?
We're stopping them on the circuit.
Yeah, now because the red flag is out, the teams can't work on the cars on pit road.
Officials telling him, stop. You can't do it because the red flags come out. Have they told the 39 crew?
Yeah.
So Ryan Sieg was involved in that melee as well, as we got told. So they've stopped the cars on the back stretch, and the North Carolina Education Lottery 250 is stopped with 8 to go. Yeah, that was just a mess. How on earth nobody hit Carson Kvapil through that first corner spinning melee drama? I have no idea.
He nearly saved it, I think, too.
Yeah, he got close, didn't he?
So I've got a question to ask. Do you all think that Return to Rockingham has been a success?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what Rockingham is, but I know what Rockingham is, and that's been a success.
Yeah, Rockingham has been a fantastic race.
Rockingham, folks. Anyway.
That's the first time he said it. He's done it. He said he wouldn't done it, and he's done it. Somebody mark that down.
There you go. You get me in my American accent.
Oh, what a mess. What a big mess. I was hoping it might be in
What we
bed.
said last week, looking at the commentary schedule.
That's true, yeah. Next weekend is largely okay. It's the weekend after that we struggle a bit. Miami, Formula E, all on the same time zones. Should be okay. World Superbikes, British Superbikes. Yeah, the first round of the British Superbikes. If we are covering British Superbikes, it is.
I mean, there's still time for you to like not do it.
Yeah, we'll see how the schedule looks. I think we're just...
Question.
Yep.
Where do they show British Superbike?
TNT.
Okay, thank you.
It used to be Eurosport, but now it's TNT, and it is also on Quest on selected weekends.
Yeah, haven't Eurosport been bought by TNT?
There, it was all the same company.
Oh, okay, so they just merged them.
So, red flags out. Session suspended. This is either the CW's just gone off here, but there's nothing on in the background. So, should we head down, Oracle, to CW while we're under the red? Give our voice a break, yeah, or nay?
Yeah, I see them going through some flashbacks of the old track and try to walk through some of what we're seeing. Their first race at Rockingham in 1965 was won by Curtis Turner. And that race was so interesting because it was Turner's first win after serving a 4-year-long suspension from NASCAR. And then he came back and won that first race at Rockingham in 1965. It was on Halloween. The margin of victory in that race was 11 seconds. It lasted 4 hours, 54 minutes, and 17 seconds. He led 293 of the 500 laps. Only 2 cars finished on the lead lap in that race. Turner, who won, and Cale Yarborough, who was very young at that point, was the only other one to finish on the lead lap. But interestingly enough, there was no one finished 1 lap down. Third place Marvin Panch finished 2 laps down.
That's where it goes.
So steep that you got to keep the box and the fuel cell filled, and there's just a lot of unknowns. Our car's been as fast as Xfinity internet all day, and
there it is.
the guys
They said the thing. They said the thing.
So narrow, we've had some pit road issues, but other than that, the car's just been really strong all day, and Jesse and the guys have done an amazing job.
How impressed have you been with your driver's maturity and how he's handled all this today?
Well, just the aggression that you see him on the restarts and how he's maneuvering through traffic has just been pretty awesome to watch. So I think it's been awesome for the fans to watch, and it's just awesome to be able to come back to Rockingham and be able to race in front of all these amazing fans.
Your car's looking good out front.
He said Rockingham.
Rockingham.
13 cautions. I'm looking for some.
Alright. So, who's winning this then? I can't speak. Who's winning now then?
Taylor Gray.
I think Jesse Love's had the best car all day, and now he's the control car. He'll get to choose the inside lane. I think Jesse Love's your man right here.
I agree on that.
Taylor Gray looks good. I think it's a day of an underdog, personally. Although Love winning at Easter. He won at Valentine's Day. There's nothing stopping him to go through. We have another 55 minutes to get 6 laps of running in. Doable, just.
I'm just looking at this, and I think Sammy and the 2 Sams are going to run out of fuel here.
Oh.
Well, now if it were to go to overtime, then a lot more guys are going to have to worry about fuel.
Yeah. Those 2 are running low on the banking. They're running everywhere you want to do to try and save fuel. So they're very close to running out.
Well, and of course, the best way to save fuel, especially on a high bank track like this, is to run on the apron, on the flat, because the fuel pickup is in the back right corner of the car, and if you're on the banking, it all rolls over into the left side of the car. So if you're low on fuel, you need to be on the apron under these caution laps. Problem with that is you pick up all that garbage on the apron on your tires, and then you can't get going on the restart. Let's see. Jesse Love how many laps has it been since he stopped? It has now been 85 laps since Love and all of these guys up front have stopped.
Going green with 4 to go.
So if we have another mess up on the restart, it's overtime. Got it.
Yeah.
Right. And by the way, it's funny that they're showing Ward Burton highlights. Ward won here once in the what was then the Busch Series, and then he got his first career Cup win here in 1995. Interestingly enough, it's Harrison Burton running in 6th. That is good to go on fuel.
Love
Harrison last pitted on lap 228. He's good to go on fuel.
Love's taken the high line.
Wow, that is a shock to me.
Did not expect that.
I have a quick question. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Can I just ask one question?
Yes,
what calculations was Ecker's crew chief using? Because he said that Ecker could easily make the end. Mass is not computing here.
Well, what he's done is he's taken the calculation of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, so that he's just he's forgot to carry the 1, so he rises on the Monday, not the Sunday.
Oh,
or was it the Sunday? Yeah.
Or he got the bid mass, bod mass, whatever you call it, the wrong way round.
Oh no! Not bid mass in America. It's PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
It's PEMDAS in America.
PEMDAS.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
it's ridiculous, honestly.
I think that's madness. As we get ready to go green.
No. I'm really concerned.
One more time.
I'm really concerned that Jesse may have made the wrong choice here, choosing the outside. Green flag is out, and Sammy Smith off the bottom takes off. Jesse Love goes up the racetrack. Jesse Love is going way back. Taylor Gray passes him. Sam Mayer gets alongside. Oh, Jesse Love has bottled this at the end by choosing the wrong lane, and Sammy Smith leads.
Absolutely nothing as it comes through. Sammy Smith will lead a lap there. Continuing on the backstretch, got puncture. That's Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer's dropping down as we come through. There's a caution already. The 88's gone round, and it's going to be in the middle of the pack. Yellow's out now, and he's just saved it. There's further contact up the road.
Oh my goodness, a big crash up there. Sam Mayer is slamming into the wall.
Well, he had that puncture.
Sam Mayer slams into the wall. Carson Kvapil is there.
He had that puncture, Sam Mayer. He was going slow on the start stretch. Now he's made it to turn 2 and 3 exit and he's thrown it in. I think we're going to go red again, guys, for cleanup.
And we're going to go to overtime for sure.
Oh.
We've had chaotic overtimes in NASCAR, but I think
Oil's down. Well, that's going to be great now.
You can't even tell who that is through the sun. It's Matt DiBenedetto.
99.
Yeah, I think this is going to be probably one of the most chaotic overtimes that has ever overtimed.
Sam Mayer. Oh, that's Garrett. That's Garrett. No. That's not the 14. That's the 41. Come on. I can tell that's Sam Mayer who's in trouble. There's Wright in trouble. Out of it.
That is, what is it?
Well, he didn't go right. He went left.
Is it the 14th caution of the day?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 14. So that is now a new track record for an Xfinity Series race. The old record was 13 in 1992.
Sam doesn't get going. The field goes around him. There's contact with the 88 going round. The 27 just about saves it. And then the secondary contact further up the field. And everyone goes everywhere to lose it. And Sam Mayer just gets slammed into the wall with that puncture.
Yeah, I think Sam Mayer ran out of fuel here.
I agree. I think I think his car was sputtering like Sieg's was, and that's why Mayer was dropping back, and then
going out with the wheel.
Everyone piled up.
He was fighting for control of the wheel. Would that be tyre or fuel?
I gotta say one thing. Not clear, Jeb. Not clear.
And would you believe that we are going to overtime and the top two are Sammy Smith and Taylor Gray?
He's got enough fuel for the restart, Sammy Smith's been told, so he's good. Depending on how long we go for a yellow here. What? Would they red flag again? track doesn't need that big of a cleanup. We managed it 2:59 last time. That was a much bigger wreck on the.
Other than the infield mess with all the oil.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. This oil that is flying around the circuit. It is oil as well. Sam may have blew up the last one. So, oh dear.
He's slumped over the car apparently, and he's been picked up and taken to the care centre.
CW gone for a break. That means my time to sit down.
So again, you're going to have Taylor Gray and Sammy Smith first and second for the overtime restart, and we're only a few weeks removed from when those two were at the center of the farcical finish at Martinsville when Sammy Smith dumped Taylor Gray. Then they had a war of words in the infield care center.
Which earned Gray a fine.
This is how it always happens, though. You get something like that between two drivers, and then they always find a way to find each other. And now they're going to be door to door for this restart. Could you imagine? Could you imagine a more dramatic happening? I mean, Shakespeare may have written some plays in his day, but he could never manufacture drama this good.
We have gone to a red flag for cleanup once more, so the red flag is out.
I will add that Taylor Gray says he's not going to pay back Sammy Smith.
No, and he said that from the very start. Yeah, he said that from the very beginning after that Martinsville deal that he was not going to do that.
No, he's too respectful. I respect Taylor. He's like probably one of the cleanest drivers in the field. It's odd to say that about a JGR driver sometimes, but no, he genuinely is one of the cleanest drivers in the entire field. It's rare you see him make contact with people, like, try and move him out of the way. And the only time he did with Sammy was when Sammy did it first.
Pit road.
And, yeah, this is his crew chief, which is one of the best crew chiefs ever, in Jason Ratcliffe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, a lot of concerns, not just with fuel. I mean, this place it's been a good race today. Welcome to Rockingham, right? I know why the stands are filled. These fans are getting their money's worth today. So, yeah, we're close. I think we're in good shape right here. But if we get a couple more of these cautions, we probably won't be. But it doesn't matter at this point. We're in the spot we want to be in. Taylor's done a nice job all day. So we'll see if we can give that 8 a run for his money. Well, I know you haven't forgot about what happened at Martinsville with that 8 car. Is there what's fair today as far as how you guys race him? No, I mean that's over. You know, I think if Taylor gets an opportunity to race him hard, he will. But no different than he would race anyone else for his first win. So we'll see what happens. All right, going to be a lot of fun up at the front of the field for sure. Ratcliffe has won here before as a crew chief with our own Jamie McMurray, so trying to get another one here today.
As you mentioned earlier on, Matthew.
Murray won the last 4 at this track in this series. He was also 3rd in the last Cup race that ran here behind that Matt Kenseth and Casey Kane photo finish. He was just behind it in 3rd.
Very underrated driver, Jamie McMurray, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Very underrated.
I mean, the guy won a Daytona 500, a Brickyard 400. He won at Charlotte. He won the big. He didn't win much, but he won the big races.
I put him as a great in my book.
Yeah, very underrated driver. Because the thing is, like, Jamie McMurray is just one of those guys who was generally just good, but when he was on his day,
yeah,
what a driver he was. Like, he
mean,
was just unbeatable. It's like Max Verstappen. Yes, we are still watching.
Wow!
I'm on it. Hopefully.
He won in his 2nd career start in the Cup Series, McMurray. Filling in for the injured Sterling Marlin at Charlotte in October of 2002.
Oh, it's put us massively delayed now.
Well, don't worry, I've got a phone.
Oh no, I know you do, but still.
I might have to go backwards and click it again. I do apologise, people.
Hey,
we could always watch hockey, and I could do hockey play-by-play for you.
Thank you.
Where is it? I can't find it. Has it gone?
Oh no.
JT, where is it? I can't find it. It's vanished. That's why it says, "Are you still watching?" Because surely it hasn't finished. Where's it gone?
Oh dear.
Well, this is great under the red flag, isn't it?
At least it's under a red flag.
What?
JB did the one thing you should.
I didn't do anything. I
with-
didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It turned off on its own.
Yeah, but did you back out
No,
of the live
no,
stream?
I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Don't look at me.
I am looking at you.
I will
I am
be
looking
getting
at
a
you as
screen
well,
up
even though
just
you
in
can't see
case
me.
I need to share it.
Oh. It was. That's trucks. That's trucks. What the hell's going on?
I think Premier Sports have said we've had enough of this rubbish.
That is ridiculous. I can't find it. We're 6 laps to go. Are you joking me? After such a perfect weekend, it goes now.
Well, I have a screen in case I need to share it. I have it up, ready to go.
So do I, but I'm a bit annoyed at this. It's like, what? Okay, guys, can you take this while I go upstairs and fix it quickly? Because I've got an idea. I'm going to go fix it. Back in a minute.
Alright.
We are
Anyway,
still
those-
under the red flag.
Yeah, for those that are interested, the 24 hours of Le Mans motorbike race is on as well.
And,
Basically, what has happened is that Premier Sports has this thing where if you don't press it after a certain amount of times, it returns to the home screen. What JB didn't do was press the yes, continue watching time quick enough, which is why it returned to the home screen, and he's lost it. That is the story behind it.
Well, we are still under red. We have not lifted the red yet.
Hoping Thomas Annunziata's okay. He was slumped over his car and they were pouring water on him, so I think he's dehydration.
Hmm.
The second time I've heard about dehydration with Annunziata. He had that at Glen last year. And Joey Gate ended up subbing for him the rest of the race. Who's been vehemently defending his driver on Twitter, by the way.
Going to bring us back from break on USRN here.
All
in
right.
just a matter of seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. And we are back on USRN, still under the red flag here at Rockingham. Actually, just now the red flag has been lifted and we're under yellow. As we will be heading towards the final laps here in Rockingham in what has been just a sensational race, chaotic race in the last 2 stages. And the running order coming when the restart comes up, the running order will be this: Sammy Smith, the leader, Taylor Gray second, Jesse Love third, Parker Retzlaff fourth, Harrison Burton fifth, Austin Hill sixth, Brennan Poole seventh, Josh Williams eighth, ninth is Jeb Burton, and 10th is Jeremy Clements. So that's the top 10. We'll see how they choose. Again, for those of you on USRN, we're about an hour away from USRN game time. We'll lead you up to the start of Game 1 between the Timberwolves and the Lakers in the NBA playoffs. Tip-off for that Game 1 is just after 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They are back making laps under caution. Very good. Sounds and pictures again. Thank heavens.
Hello. I do apologise. I've worked out what happened. At midnight, they kicked us off, like they did at Daytona. Do you remember that?
But you got kicked off at like 6 minutes past midnight.
Yeah, but it was because it was delayed. It happened last time out as well. Do you remember? So, sorry. Many other people have had that issue. So I had to run in. We're now on CW. I hope we're not too far behind. We should be about similar. Oh, haven't run that fast. I'm using Megan's laptop. Have not run that fast in ages. They need to fix that when it goes longer past a day, don't they? So Sammy Smith leads With still 5 to go.
Yeah, and just a reminder, as we're going to overtime, the top 4 are not certain on fuel, but 5th place Harrison Burton is. Harrison Burton may be in the best position of anyone here to steal this race away.
Parker Retzlaff about to win this, guys, and the top 3 will run out of fuel. Watch this.
He very well might. Of course, Harrison's father, Jeff Burton, was so good here at Rockingham, but he never won here in the Cup Series. But he did get an Xfinity Series win here in 1999.
This is going to be insane when we go green. It's going to be 3 to go soon. We will go green.
Been insane all day.
I'd just like to inform you that you cannot watch the end of it on Premier Sports. It has vanished completely. Don't even know why or how.
The highest driver who is not running on that apron is Parker Retzlaff. Just saying.
Getting 1 to go this time. By the way, Sammy Smith, the leader, also is a Dash for Cash driver, and the next highest running Dash for Cash driver is Brandon Jones in 15th. So not only does he control the restart and the race, but he's in control of the Dash for Cash as well.
This is going to be good though for him.
Flashbacks.
I'm looking forward to this. Come on. Red flag's been out. That last one, 5 minutes, 38 seconds in total. 8 minutes, 36 seconds. We're about to tick over to 3 hours this race. It's been a classic at Rockingham, but who will take home the trophy for the first time here in over 11, 12 years? But since Xfinity days, this is going to be a good one. Ready to go green, Matthew.
Xfinity hasn't been here in 21 years.
And it was the Bush.
Yeah.
Smith versus Gray. Oracle, down to you, it's all yours.
Just been saying it all week. The rich history and tradition that seeps through the walls and the pavement at this racetrack makes this place so special. It's great to be back, and now we're going to get an overtime finish. Sammy Smith and Taylor Gray just weeks separated from their finish at Martinsville. Their fracas at Martinsville on the front row. Green flag waves. Smith gets away with help from Jesse Love. Taylor Gray on the outside. Here's Love to the inside of Smith. And Jesse Love motors to the lead off turn 2. He passes Sammy Smith. Harrison Burton gets to 3rd. Jesse Love leads to 3.
Did not see that coming. That was perfect. The inside line pushed up Sammy Smith. Love's going to lead it. 2 to go at the line. It's the final lap. The next flag ends the race no matter what. Love leads from Sammy Smith. Retzlaff in 3rd. They've just got to make it through. And we've got drivers having to lift Matthew as they come down the backstretch. We've got the sun setting. Smoke in the air. But Love is triumphant here. Over to you.
Does he have enough fuel to get out of turn 4? The last time the Xfinity Series ran at Rockingham, Jesse Love was not born. But today he falls in love with the rock and wins at Rockingham. Jesse Love wins it. The best car all day found a way to win. The last time this series ran here, he was 10 months from being born. Now he's the winner.
What
at
a
the
race!
Historic Rockingham Speedway. What a race!
That has got to go down as an all-time classic. Pitch perfect. 2 hours, 59 minutes, 37 seconds. And Love conquers all.
Question. We're actually not going to make a statement, actually. Jesse Love, you are no longer a super speedway merchant.
Right. It's his 3rd career win and his first at a non-drafting track. Of course, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of his first win in the series at Talladega last year. He won at Daytona earlier this year, and now he burns it down as he rules on the rock.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Brandon Poole. Wait, if I'm reading this correctly, Alpha Prime just got 2 cars in the top 5.
Yes.
I think you're right. Retzlaff and Poole, they finished 3rd and 5th. And Harrison Burton was 4th.
Incredible results for those teams.
And he's going to get out the escape hatch through the roof of the car. Comes Jesse Love in front of a sellout crowd. And guys, it nearly... I don't mean to be corny here. It nearly brings tears to my eyes to hear and see a sellout crowd at this place, and all of those loyal race fans got to see a race like this. His car is rolling away. His car is rolling away.
Seriously.
His car has left him.
Let's get down to Kim.
Adds his name to the rock. Man, your crew chief, Johnny Stockman, told Dylan under one of those late red flags how good the car was, but how good you were. How much of this was car and how much of this was driver?
Oh my gosh, these fans are amazing. It's what an incredible racetrack. This is right up my alley. You probably can't even hear me right now, but man, this racetrack's right up my alley. It's hammer down, and you got to be in the gas good today. So I had such an incredible car. It was this fast Xfinity Mobile. I'm so proud of wheeling. RCR, ECR engine, CT Springs, my whole crew, my pit crew. We had it tough on pit road today. Where our pit stall was located, who was coming around us. My pit crew stayed calm, cool, collected, and put us in position. So my car chief, Bug, is racing at Bowman Gray tonight, so we're going to haul ass over there and see if we can get another win.
Another thing your crew chief talked about and wanted to see from you was more aggressive restarts. You had great restarts all race long, specifically that final restart. Walk me through what you were thinking in your approach.
I mean, I don't know if him or if he stumbled, but you know, Sammy, I know people are going to think that it's Killer Martinsville, but Sammy's never done nothing wrong to me. And, I had to get it done. I mean, I couldn't really lose that one. So we just had too good of a piece. My girlfriend's sister passed away about a year ago yesterday. And, you know, it's really sunny out today, and she died of skin cancer in less than 2 weeks when she found out. So go get skin checked today or tomorrow or next week, and it's something you want to get ahead of. So this one's for Jessica, and I'm glad that we can get in one victory lane.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A little emotion from Jesse Love again as he adds his name to the history books at Rockingham Speedway.
That's sweet. That's very, very sweet. I like when they dedicate it back. It just makes it a bit more human and a bit more remembering why we're doing it. And there's the car running away.
There goes the car. There goes the car. That's the one thing he did wrong all day. Yeah.
So basically what has just been confirmed is that Jesse Love is going to be as quick as Xfinity Mobile getting down to Bowman Gray tonight.
Oh,
right.
Really?
I'll go with that. It is late, however, so I am...
So does that mean we get a quick as Xfinity Mobile quick off?
Yes. I was just about to say the same thing. We got to go on a quick off here because we got basketball in just, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
So we'll do the same, and JB, I will hand it to you to captain this thing off.
Very kind of you, my friend. Okay, coming up, we've got basketball on USON. That's coming up shortly in half an hour, as Matthew says. We've also got tomorrow, if you're fancying an Easter Sunday treat, Formula 1. That's going to be simulcast USON 2 and on JB Motorsports. We've got the 6 hours also on JB Motorsports of Imola. That's going to be for the World Endurance Championship. And then we've got F1 Academy and the feature race for F2 as well. Final, quick, one-word answer, please. Jack, starting with you. One word to describe Rockingham.
Think about this. Hold on. You come back to me in a second. I gotta
more than one.
All right, I'll come back to you last. JT, what about you?
Electrifying.
Good. Matthew.
Iconic.
Very good. I like that one. Jack.
Laugh.
JB.
Awe-inspiring, which is one word with a hyphen.
I thought about that too, putting the hyphen in. It crossed my mind.
hyphened. It works with hyphen.
JB wins.
Okay. Well, my thanks to Matthew Owens, my thanks to Josh Turner, my thanks to Jack, and as well Omi, who's keeping us in the pit lane informed with other things as well. Next up!
Yeah, Omi. We need the one-word answer from Omi.
If he's going to say something, Omi.
Sorry, JB.
No, you don't get a chance to say anything. We need a quick off. Okay, next up, the Cup Series will be back in a week's time. We hit the most dangerous, the most fastest and abusive track of them all. Talladega is next up. Join us in 7 days' time for all that action. We'll see you then. From Rockingham, it's Love who wins it all. Everyone aboard the Love Boat. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.